Welcome to Random Number Generation, folks. I'm Skybilz, your host. This is episode 24 with Spike, Vegeta, and Casa in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Rando. The announcements before we get started here. Remember, Random Number Generation and GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. GDQ 2021 Online is only 3 months away already, from January 3rd to the 10th. Check out the game submissions at GameStoneQuick.com and feel free to tweet at us at GameStoneQuick to tell us what you're hoping to see on the games list. Check out GDQ Hotfix VODs as well as past GDQ runs on our YouTube. Subscribe to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. An all-women's speedrunning event, Frank Fatal, returns with another event, Fleet Fatal, online on November 15th, 2020. Go to GameStoneQuick.com/Frank Fatal for more information. The schedule will be released October 14th, and volunteer applications will be opening on the 14th as well. Learn all about our shows and submit your runs or ideas at GameStoneQuick.com/Hotfix. Thank you to everyone who submitted ideas for the Hotfix show spot opening up in November. Stay tuned over the coming months to see what that new show will be. Tomorrow we have Mercy Kill at 7 p.m. Eastern. That may sound familiar. Where we will have Liz Star and Mega Man DOS and the Darkman78 playing 46 Robot Masters. I will also be hosting that show, and I'll be having my new co-host Run Under My Scythe with me. Thursday, we have the first step with former Crash 3 world record holder Jay Hobbs facing off against TFS Crash. Wrath of Cortex winner Kizaron facing in Crash 4 at 7 p.m. Eastern. Who will win? And with that, Spike, Casa, how y'all doing? It's nice to see your faces here.
I just real quick, that was amazing. That was
really good.
Yeah, that was like unbelievably professional. I know it's like not professional that I'm like, oh my god, that was real, like here on stream. But Skybilz, y'all in chat, y'all are lucky to have her. Oh my god, she is so good on the show. That was so. You plugged like 45 things. Didn't miss a beat. It was so good. So yeah, but I'm doing good. Yeah, thank you.
I'm also doing really well.
Well, it's wonderful to have you both back on the show. We have two Random Number Generation veterans here. Spike Vegeta, who took on Zooter alongside I Eat Your Pie, and then Casa, which we had on for our last Kingdom Hearts 2 demo. Thank you both so much for being here. Are you ready to go? We're going to roll right into this. We'll continue the casual discussion, but are we ready to go here? This is a long one.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm good to go.
I'm ready when you are, my friend. You can count us down.
All right. Waiting on your countdown.
Do you want to do it, Spike?
Oh, okay, I was sorry. No, okay, sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh,
Spike,
I have a timer up.
Spike, you're the one with both you and Casa are the ones with the go buttons. I can't do that. So it's better.
I was saying to Casa to do it. It's fine. So just so everyone's clear, we are doing a quote unquote race. But obviously we'll also be doing commentary, so we're going to be pretty casual about it. So we'll just be kind of describing like Kingdom Hearts 2 Rando and how much fun it is. And, we'll explain like strategies here and there. We might not completely give away oh yeah, I have to reverse that.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks for the reminder.
And flip that. Okay. Let's see here. Now go back, read this thing. All right, so yeah, we can go ahead and I'm assuming you've opened the chests, right?
Yep. So we start off with Thundara.
Yeah, very cool. Ooh, and a magic boost to boost it back up.
100-acre wood. What is this?
That's usually the normal start to the rando because you get a couple free chests right from the get-go.
Yeah, I knew that was the usual thing. That's the only reason why I said something there. I'm like, wait. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so what's cool about this randomizer is that it's far less about, like, logic and whatnot that you're covering and more so just covering as much ground as you can and thinking more so about where do you feel comfortable combat-wise with taking on the different mob fights in the game. So Casa went to 100-acre wood. He can get 3 very free checks right there. Again, whenever we say a check, we're talking about just a location in the game that is randomized. And the main goal of the randomizer is to find the 3 proofs that you might be seeing on our trackers. The one with the little mushroom head on it, the one with the little Keyblade head on it, and the one with the non-existence thing on it. Sure.
The nobody sigil.
The nobody sigil. Yeah. Once we find those 3, that actually is denoted on Sora's character by progressively a bronze, silver, and gold crown will be on his head. And then once we have that, we can go to the final battle. So it's trying to go for check density, seeing if we can overcome different mob fights and boss fights. I'm here in Pride Lands. This is a pretty standard opening for me because it's a lot of density. As long as I can kill these 2 idiots.
I went to Disney Castle.
What would y'all say is like the Midos house of this? Because I was under the impression that the 100-acre word was like the Midos house. Everyone went there first, but it seems like y'all have deviated a little bit from that.
It honestly depends on the player, because there's so many places with varying levels of checks, but a lot of them are just like, it depends on how much time you want to spend really quickly. If you feel like you're going to live or not. That's the big one. I just fell. I'm so sad.
Oh.
I should be fine.
So it is important to note that both players are playing in critical difficulty. Now there were too many flags for me to be like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious there, right? There's so many flags in this,
right.
But they are playing in critical mode. That is their difficulty that they're at least going here.
I just realized I had Thundara and I didn't use it. So magic in general in this game is very good. You'll see us pop off about any magic we pick up, other than like Cure. And even then, I like to see Cure. They heavily nerfed Cure. Sky, I know you're a big KH1 fan. Cure was kind of king in KH1. It came to KH2, and they were like, it was too good. So they nerfed it. Use Cure. It takes all your MP away. And you take your MP away, you're taking away like half your tools that you have access to. So as long as we have even 1 point of MP left on our little blue bar there in the bottom right corner, we're going to try to make sure we then fill it back up with the usage of an ether or going into a dry form to get back into that. So, but yeah, I guess we could both explain like kind of our opening plays and our mindsets, because again, it is this open randomizer where you can go to any of the worlds in the game in any order you want. The only real gated progress is going deeper in 100-acre woods. We need torn pages for those. And that's, for the most part, it. There are other very rare circumstances we can bring up. I went to Pride Lands because for the cost of defeating those 2 enemies right at the beginning, I have access to 26 checks of the near 500 or so in the game right off the bat right here. So that's quite a bit of density right off the start. Casa, I know you said you go 100-acre woods into Disney.
I go
Castle.
100 into Disney into Agrabah, and then from there, I see what I assess from there, and then make my decision of where I'm going.
So the last time we featured Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer, Final Mix Randomizer, I have to remember to include that because that's very important here. The last time we featured that was a co-op thing. Now they're both racing with a kind of agreement of sorts where if this randomizer tends to be a little bit on the long side, they're going to start to work a little bit together towards the end. But for right now, it is entirely a race. And we did that just to make things a little bit different here. So if you see us kind of being vague about certain things, that would be why.
We'll be a little cheeky about it for sure.
We're having fun. We're having a good time.
Now, one thing that will help us put our route together a little bit, just to have some deviation, is we came up with a concept for a hint system in the game, actually, where whenever you find one of Ansem's secret reports, that will, from there, give us some info about a given world. What? Really? Are you kidding me? What is this? What? Okay.
I think I know what happened.
Dumb.
I know what happened.
That's dumb, dude. I'm okay. I'm gonna give it away. So I have 3 Keyblades. They are all 1-3s. So I thought my game was like bugged or something. I was like, it's not moving. Yeah, randomizers are weird, but
I got a Keyblade and it was 3-0.
Oh my gosh!
Oh well, that one's pumped up, dude. So yeah, Keyblades. You might think like, oh, we're gonna be popping off when we see certain Keyblades. Like you could randomly find like the ultimate weapon, but the stats and what it comes with are completely randomized. So You can see the ultimate weapon. And you're like, all right, you open it up. It's a 0 strength, 0 magic Keyblade with like magic lock on, which is not very good. And you're like, okay, well, I guess that's what we're playing with today. So, but yeah, everything randomized, stuff that's going to be in chests, stuff that you get from beating boss fights, progressing the game generally, level ups between levels 2 and 50 will give us random checks. So there's 23 random checks along the way there. So that is pretty cool. Might find something there. So in general, just like doing anything showers you with checks in this game.
We had a comment for the chat. It stinks when the rando just gives the busted stuff right away. Removes the challenge sarcasm. I'm glad there was the sarcasm attached to that, so I'll tell y'all something. I have seen the spoiler log for this because I wanted to have a little bit of fun myself with this. Both of these players are in for a little bit of a ride with certain things, all right? This is not going to be an easy task for them whatsoever.
Ooh,
so
right.
if you think it ever gets easy at some point, I will tell you there is some stuff that's going to happen. When I saw it, I started laughing. Like, that's how ridiculous it was.
All right. I'm looking forward. Cage 2 Randomizer is always a journey, big ride, so every seed's going to be different.
I know one of the Keyblades you got now.
Right?
Yeah,
one
that
thing I
is
like
true.
to do there is I like to mess with the customize of the different party members throughout to make sure they're not going to do anything. For the most part, the best thing you can get Donald, Goofy, and your other party members to do is actually nothing. So a lot of times I like to just put them on Sora attack, which just means they'll stay close to me and they're not going to be very aggressive. Because there's a mechanic in this game we'll talk more about later on, just called revenge value. It basically is what determines when enemies retaliate. And so I want to make sure I'm doing a very exact amount of hits in different spots so that they retaliate when I want them to, or they don't retaliate. So yeah, want to make sure I avoid Donald or Goofy or the other party members jumping on that.
So there was another comment from the chat about Atlantica seed. No, I do not believe Atlantica is possible according to the current flag set. So I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any finny fun here today. Okay.
Yeah,
Atlantica
unfortunately,
is,
no finny fun. Yeah.
I don't think too many people like to play with Atlantica because there's so many staggered requirements. So if you remember the original Atlantica, you'd have like a song, which no one wants to really sit through that much. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you need this so-and-so ability, or oh, you need this so-and-so thing. And it's like, no one wants to keep going back and forth and doing that. So
Yeah, honestly, you know me. I'm a big part of like, yeah, let's sing Disney songs like GDQs and stuff. That's not the problem. It's that if something is there and it's locked behind, you need 400 other things in the seed. I'm like, I'm not feeling it. We got lives we got to get back to.
If you think a pedestal seed in Link to the Past is bad, just wait if something's attached to like Atlantica 3 or Atlantica 4. It's just like, no.
Right.
No.
So for the most part here in the opening 30 minutes, Casa and I generally in our routing, we're going to be just trying to hit up density. A lot of the worlds we go to, we're just going to try to make sure it probably has just the most checks in it. And then trying to mostly duck out of fights. And then we can start determining from there, okay, what are my combat options? What are the lowest hanging fruits that I can go after? Yep. He's coming.
Oh, okay.
Agrabah, a world that both of us will be going to pretty early, as we said in our routing. Very easy to die in here, just like trying to get all the checks. So you'll see us trying to dodge stuff quite a bit.
I only think I died once in Agrabah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think that was only once, Casa. Well done overall. I've been told that this game is very brutal, especially at the beginning when you're under-geared. So job well done there, Casa. I like that segment a lot.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and again, this is on critical difficulty, which basically means everything's going to like 1 or 2 shot us throughout the game. We're going to have a defense stat. It's not going to mean much. The only way to really protect ourselves is if we find a few key abilities, namely Second Chance and Once More. And those basically just prevent us from auto-dying. from like getting one shot, getting combo killed. Other than that, yeah, you can pretty much expect you need to kill enemies faster than they kill you. That's just the name of the game.
So unfortunately, I do not believe there's any gummy missions in this game. For those of you who enjoyed when Richard put a picture of Kizaron at what Sora was shooting at last time during Mercy Kill. No, we don't get to see any of that action today, unfortunately.
All right, so I like to come to Disney Castle standard third if I don't read any reports that like change my routing much. Let's see what Casa got over here. Can't let Casa get away with this. A lot of Cage 2 Rando also, I imagine, competitively. You've probably done more races than I've done, Casa, but a lot of it's more of a meta game. Do you know, I know my opponent likes to push certain worlds earlier than others. Do I want to just let them have that world, or do I want to, like, go there and try to counter it, protect against that?
It depends on how I feel. So, like, I change depending on how I'm playing against a certain person. If I know the person is well seasoned, I tend to make really weird plays if I can.
Sure.
But if it's like someone who's kind of an unknown, so like in your case, I haven't played too many randos against you, so I wouldn't know what you really do. Okay, maybe I'm just not doing this right now.
Is there any kind of world you want to avoid? I remember from the last time that Twilight Town.
Simulated Twilight Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simulated Twilight Town is generally one that people will put off later. A lot of people have the strategy they like, but again, that's a counterplay because it's still got 26 checks in it. If you don't do the data fight, that's still a lot, honestly. It's just longer, and you can't leave it once you go there. All right, this is definitely a better Keyblade, right? Oh my god, it's terrible.
It's terrible. But do you like the ability?
But okay. So we can explain it once we both know we've been to a place. So that Keyblade we just had right there is actually a vanilla Keyblade. That's cute.
Vanilla.
The 2 becomes 1 Keyblade there had the light and darkness ability on it. And that means if we go into a dry form, the various like Super Saiyan level powered up forms that Sora has, it will always make us either go into anti-form, which does a lot of DPS actually, but overall you lose a lot of your tools. We don't want to see that in the run. Or you'll go into final form, which is probably the best form you can get access to in the game. It's supposed to be a hidden secret. But with Light and Darkness, it forces either one of those. And after 5 instances, like tries at it, you're guaranteed you will get final form. So
yeah,
that's actually a really good Keyblade for us to force it. As soon as one of us has access to another dry form, we can go force that whenever we want. And then we'll have permanent access to final form, which is very cool. We can also just find final form somewhere in the world. So
yeah. The funny thing is, like, if we do force it, it'll still count as one of the important things in the chest, so we could actually derail us at some point.
Right.
I wanted to know what qualifies as an important check. I'm reading through the Ansem logs right now. What is an important check? Because really, you only need 3 items to beat this game. The 3 proofs. What else?
So magic, second chance once more. Magic, or I already said magic. Whoops.
There's 18 magics, so it's worth saying again. We're getting, it's magics.
Summons, obviously the proofs, and
dry forms. There are 5 dry forms in the game, and also the 5 torn pages, which are how we gain access to doing more of the 100 acre wood.
Oh yes.
Have you ever found a seed where you get your proofs almost right at the beginning? Like,
yes.
What is your strategy from there?
You try and find stuff to survive.
Yeah, it's honestly... Some people are like, oh, you get it early, so it's like a baby seed. That sometimes is actually worse, because then you haven't, like, built yourself up at all. You're all of a sudden having to go fight the final battles with, like, a toothpick, and you don't really want that. So, generally, even if you find your 3 proofs, that's not all you need for go mode. You also still want to just feel like you've got the tools to be able to get through to the end. So, as we go through, there's a lot more than just a proof I'm popping off about. This thunder we have access to, very, very cool and very powerful right now, but we want a little more than that for sure.
I'm sure you also want Cure. I know it's nerfed compared to the last game, but that probably doesn't make it any less valuable.
Honestly, you can replace Cure with potions.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm terrible at this game.
Are you in the chasm?
No. I'm in Disney Castle. I went to go talk to the Moogle, and I decided to walk back through the door and said, "How did it snap to that?" All right, talk to me, Moogle. Give me the good stuff.
I saw that. I saw that, Casa. I saw
boy.
This is wild. This is absolutely wild right now.
Yeah, so Sky, I know my good friend and a certain well-liked friend of yours, Author Blues, came into my chat a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Convince Sky to play this." I know you're a big Kingdom Hearts fan. When are you trying out KH2 Rando? This has been a ton of fun so far.
Well, I'm finally getting back into, actually retro-ish video gaming again. I mean, I can blame Super Mario 35 for that. I'd like to soon. I don't know how long a first seed would take me, though, on, we'll call it lighter to medium settings, I guess. I think medium settings I could probably do.
Oh, Keyblades with short reach are very short.
I wish
I don't have
there
to worry
was...
about that.
I wish there was a rando for Kingdom Hearts 1, because I feel like I'm way more familiar with that game than this one.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked for that at some point, making a KH1 rando. We got an ooh over there.
Wait, yeah, we got an ooh over here.
I heard that ooh. I heard that.
I bet Richard's just sitting there, wherever he is, just looking at what I got, going ooh.
All right, the audience can hear me now, but yes, I am.
Those were the exact words that came out of his mouth.
But no, we had to have this randomizer in particular back on again. This has been one of the most requested randomizers. I'm like, but we just did that one. People are like, no, we want more Kingdom Hearts.
Do it again.
Like, all right.
It's changed so much in the 2 months or 3 months that it's been here last.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or would you take a look at that?
Okay, here, I'll throw out the hot prediction. You're in Twilight Town. I'm coming over.
How do you know that?
Because Twilight Town's got 5,000 checks in it.
All right, I'm going to server deafen both Cost and Spike for a second so I can talk to Sky about these and the audience.
All right.
Can the audience hear you,
Costa
Richard?
and Spike. Yeah, like the audience can hear
Okay.
me.
All right. Wow, we have a Richard sighting, folks. Here we go. I guess we have a lot to talk about, Richard. Let's do it. All right, Richard, talk to me here. What do you got so far? They're both laughing.
All right,
Can I
yeah,
still hear
they're-
you, Spike?
All
right, so Casa just found like every summon in the game, basically, in Twilight Town. As you can see from their trackers, just wanted to note also that their trackers are different. We wanted to give them the option of playing what they're most comfortable with. And you can see on Spike's tracker on the bottom right-hand side of the screen that he has a bunch of different numbers underneath each world, and that actually signifies the number of checks. But yeah, anyways, Casa finding both Stitch and Peter Pan, both very useful in the course of this randomizer.
I thought I saw a feather charm too.
Yeah, the Feather Charm, that is
Chicken
Peter Pan.
Little. Oh no, that's Peter Pan. Okay,
Yep.
all right. I was confused those two.
Yeah, and he also got Blizzard, which is going to be important if he ever wants to go to Port Royal.
Now, what would be funny, Richard? Do you think Spike is going to go to simulated Twilight Town? Because I might giggle a little if that's the case.
I don't think either of these people will be going in there anytime soon. They will be probably later on, once they start running dry on checks. You'll see that, Spike's going through areas that have dense checks, same with Casa right now. Because the more checks they get, that means just the higher chance that they'll get better movement abilities, better abilities to face more difficult parts of the game.
Yeah, I don't want to reveal anything that I've read so far, but again, this does not make the seed short or easy by any means. There is still stuff that only me and Richard know about right now. That makes this seed a little more ridiculous than it should be. So, again, by no means does this put one person or the other ahead. I mean, obviously, I think where Spike is, it looks like Spike's going to end up finding the treasure trove that Casa found. It's only a matter of time. How did Spike read that? I was hoping it was going to take Spike a little while to go to Twilight Town.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Twilight Town 1 is there are so many checks here. And, yeah, we'll see what Casa gets through the end of this first visit as he finishes up these last few checks. But I'll just go ahead and undeafen unless you had anything else you want to talk about, Sky.
No, not right now. But if we have something else we want to have a chit chat about later, I'm always up for these impromptu talks. Looks like the chat's enjoying it too. So.
All right, it looks like Casa didn't get anything there, but yeah, we'll bring them both back.
Sure. Let's go for it.
All right, and
Okay.
we're now both back.
Yeah.
Yo, welcome back to us.
There's some good stuff going on right now. That's all we're gonna say. We're very interested in the current state of things.
Oh man, it's already a good race. I like it. Or Casa's blowing me out. He already found.
Yeah. I got lucky because I haven't had any hints yet.
Yeah, so I have only seen one hint so far. So that does mean we're going to be playing a lot more to density and a lot more just like, I've got these tools. I feel like I can take on these fights, as opposed to reading hints that will tell us, okay, this world has X amount of the important checks, of which there are a total of 50. So we can start playing some math and decide, okay, there's that much. That means there's that much in the other world, so on and so forth. Go ahead, Scott.
Just be sure you don't have chat open right now, because we're still talking about stuff that the other player hasn't found. So be sure I'll
never
relay
have the
stuff
chat
from
open.
chat.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Just try to reduce
Before it
spoilers.
Before it started, I was like, I'll have chat open. Wait.
It's like, this is a rando where they're going to be talking.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Spike?
Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, I'll put that on. Yeah, that's great.
Right? Wait. Which one is it?
Here, all right, on 3, say what Keyblade you have on.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Follow the wind.
And
So your server, your voice clipped out as I said it, so I was like, that dirty cheater.
they will follow
1,
the wind.
2, 3. Listen, okay, bye. What? Yeah, it's a bunch of bad stats and then a 6-5. It's got Blizzard Boot.
Don't worry, Blizzard Boost will be coming in handy.
Someone just said, Casa's sus.
Vote me off.
Pretty sus.
Thanks, X-Pac.
Alright.
Venting is way into your hearts.
Yep.
Uh,
I mean,
hit
there's
me.
a reason my favorite character is Ventus. Ventus is in his name.
I know. I was about to make that same. Yeah. I was like, this works out perfectly. Oh, hit me. So there's a number of ways you can end fights like that, and yes, I am in Twilight Town.
You equipped the ribbon, didn't you?
Oh no, I actually forgot to put that on. I had a different belt on that I should have taken off. You know, I've actually not thought about that as a strat yet. For some of these fights that we just want to take the damage through. Did not think of that. So, good. Now I'm more powerful for all my seeds after this. Mwahaha. Looks like both of us found our first, at least my first summon back there in Stitch.
Yeah, first summon.
Yeah, summons. Yeah, sure. Oh my god, he has all of them. He's got the full set. He's rocking the entire Pokemon team over there. Yeah, Stitch will be really good for a lot of usages throughout the run because he can lick the screen and cause you to regain all of your MP. Oh, yeah. So right there, we might have just found. Oh, so okay. Oh.
You understand?
Spike.
That was quite unexpected. So summons are cool. Yeah. Doesn't matter because we're Zeus and we're just going to rain down with our amount of thunders plus thunder boost. Wow. There are only 4 summons in the game. 3 of them were within like 6 checks of one another.
I'm not going to say where or what.
That.
Casa, nice save there.
Thank you.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I was like, well, okay, he found Blizzard somewhere. Oh, well, okay. So I'm not saying we're gonna make this play, but another world that sometimes people can push early when they get a lot of like blizzards and thunders is possibly something like a Port Royal, because the pirates there are actually very weak to magic. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Not saying Casa's gonna do that, but you know, I'm just saying.
You think me
Minor
weak?
Shadows are still terrible.
When do you choose to go into Halabastion in this one?
Usually when you're strong.
Yeah.
Because then you can do a whole bunch of stuff all at once.
Yeah, I generally wait till I look at my stats quite a bit throughout the run, so I know that I've hit certain thresholds. We're like, okay, this enemy will die, you know, in one shot or two shots. Even if you think to yourself in this randomizer, you can get through something, you also want to be thinking, will I be doing it quickly, actually? Blizzard. Yay. Blizzard's fun to use. Oh, for the love of... Oh, Pete's sake, dude.
Fun fact, there are some fights in some of the worlds where, like, if you trigger a fight and you walk into another room, it'll untrigger the fight. And you just keep doing things.
Didn't know that.
I wonder what Casa's doing right now. So Casa's forcing final form. That's my guess, anyways. Oh, he's not saying anything. This is pretty sus.
I am glad.
Casa, do you... Go ahead. Casa, do you play Among Us?
I do. I do really well, actually.
Oh, no. He's going to deceive his way to victory tonight.
I'm
He's
gonna make
an
him think of going to worlds that I've never even been in, and I'm just gonna agree that he got certain things there, and then I'll make him think that I'm actually. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Oh well.
Oh, man.
I'm
Is there
happy.
anything here?
Oh,
That was kind of music.
yeah. I'm just glad the audience can't see my face, because I know what's in the seed,
That's
and I
fine.
just...
That's not.
I don't
fine.
want them to read me. Oh, that was the thing.
No, that's not fine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
All right, so where do I want to... I'm going to go over here.
Wait, what? That's a thing that can happen?
Yeah.
What are my
with-
stats?
with that thing? Oh.
Oh. I'm going to do this first.
I didn't know that there was something that could happen there.
So one world I like to push early is Halloween Town. You can get 14 checks here. Halloween Town is like the tiniest world in the game. It's only got 21 total checks in it, but I can get 14 of them very quickly. Stop reading about the gate. No one cares.
Oh.
I feel like I shouldn't even look at what our other Keyblades are, but sure. Nope, it's not as good as the buff one.
Heh.
Yeah.
The maximum stats that you can pull on any Keyblade on the balanced settings we're playing are 7 strength, 7 magic with whatever ability. So a 6-5 with Blizzard boost, that's pretty good.
Isn't the Oogie fight kind of long at the end of this level?
No.
The Oogie fight is pretty long, yeah. So,
Not anymore.
But
Really?
in the randomizer, it was actually changed to where instead of a 3 cycle where it takes like 4 minutes, it's a 1 cycle. So very nice. So I personally will usually dip out of here before then. Again, I'm not thinking about like ducking out of fights at this point. It's just how do I hit all that density? But there's going to be plenty of combat as we keep going through this. And again, on critical difficulty, we both might be, eating dirt many times between us. Costa, did you win did you win the last time that,
Yes, I did.
Okay. I didn't know if I was going up against the defending, RNG champion or not.
You technically, yes, you are.
Oh man, I'm trying to take the world championship belt. Let's go.
Belle, this is a show where we're just supposed to shoot the breeze and show off the randomizer.
Yep, I want to win.
Oh no.
Nope, I'm gonna play dirty. Casa, tell me where every proof is. I know you've got 4 of them.
One's at Zemnis 1.
Ooh, all right, I'm on my way. So limits are very good in this game. They give us iframes to get to work with, and they're obviously just like extremely powerful. But they will drain all of our MP. So do want to be smart about the usage of them.
Speaking of being smart, I've been doing real good in this world.
Yeah. Whew, okay, that was close. That MP recharged a little slower than I thought. These enemies right here are extremely dangerous. They'll one-shot me on crit. So if any of those bullets have gotten to me...
Bullets?
Bullets? I mean, they're little pop guns, whatever they are.
Guns? Oh, that's where you are.
I'm giving away. I already said I'm going to Halloween Town.
Oh, those guns.
Yeah.
I was like, guns?
Oh, thank God.
I thought you were talking about Port Royal. I was like, huh, okay.
Oh, yeah, those are, yeah. I think they changed them to, like, crossbows in the US release. But we're actually playing the final mix version right here. So, yeah, they get pretty violent in this game. And also, yeah, you guys are seeing this, right? We can find movement itself in chests and whatnot. We want to see a lot of stuff like quick runs, glides, all that sort of good stuff, all that sorts of good stuff. In order to just move around and zip around the world a lot faster.
So, was the hub world in the first installment of this randomizer, or was that a quality of life improvement?
I think that's always been there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the concept for it. Hit me, boys! So this is another instance where I'm just going to drop down below like 25% health, and the game will just advance me forward. You can also do it by just dealing enough hits, which takes a little while. A lot of times people will utilize moments like this to level up like their dry forms and whatnot. But for me, I elected not to. Another world right here that has just a lot of checks. Beast Castle. I like to push through the first 23 checks right here. Ooh, mama. I'm not gonna lie, Casa, come here.
Wait, what?
I was gonna give you that one. Just come to Beast Castle. You'll be happy.
I died.
I mean, maybe you already have the thing I'm talking about. There's more than one of them.
Oh, it's glide. Or quick step.
Oh, okay, you came here earlier. Okay.
You
didn't tell me?
I'm having an unfortunate time somewhere right now.
You got this, Casa.
Oh, someone's going in on a very hard fight.
Wait, this might work.
Oh, wow.
No, this might work really well for me.
Yeah, it might actually. I like this.
That's no fair. Casa got to go to all these places first. I want to go somewhere first. Where have you not been? I'm going to go there.
Spike, I can't entirely say what's going on, but you have been some places first.
Yay! I was about to be real upset. Oh, I should probably put that thing on I got earlier. Armor isn't going to mean all, but still throwing on whatever you can't. Oh, thank. Oh, you never get to have these when you play. Thank God for aerial recovery, dude.
That was unfortunate.
That is a once in a ever. Aerial recovery. So stuff like aerial recovery and scan, in a way, feel like basic mechanics of this game that are also randomized. They are abilities you equip, so that's why they are in the pool. But yeah, area recovery will allow us, if we get knocked out of midair, we can recover very quickly, believe it or not, from that title of the name. And yeah, be able to get back into the fight and not just get stunned. All right, so we're going to go through. I think they're actually capturing my tracker on screen for my side. You know what? Let's bring out. This is insane. We have so many summons.
What?
What? I'm telling you, dude. We have.
I'm getting unfortunate. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. It's all right. Keep going.
But yeah, showing the. You can see basically each world that is being captured right now. That is how many checks are in it and how many I've done personally.
I believe the promise charm is off. Like no promise charm, and I'm like, aw, that always seemed like such an exciting item to look for, but
It is exciting.
Well, yeah.
But so is not having promise charm. There it is. Okay.
Oh, okay. Spike always has promise charm off, allegedly. All right, that makes sense then.
Okay, come here. Come on. There we go.
We're just gonna keep playing the Zeus strats. Casa, how many thunders do you have?
Still 2.
Okay. Yeah, I generally am one. I like to have to fight through the world that never was. That's what the promise charm would allow you to do, is get to skip past the entire, like, first 2/3 of the final dungeon, go right to the final battles. Okay.
I actually really like the world that never was as a stage.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, getting to have to, making it to where you have to overcome fights like Roxas and Zigbar, I think is another cool kind of barrier that you have to worry about for Go mode. Again, sometimes you'll have those 3 proofs and you'll be like, I can't beat them right now. I can't beat Zigbar.
Yo, GG, Casa. Nice job.
Thank you. Oh,
Someone over there
that's
gaming.
something important. All right.
Casa definitely gamed. That's all I can say.
I hate it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Casa, I couldn't see it enough, so I may have to go back and pause and see what you found there.
Let me just do this.
So knowing that Casa's already been to Beast Castle, did you push past the first bit?
Who said that I had been there?
Oh, but you said you knew where the stuff was. So unless you're stream sniping, come on!
Or I'm doing what I said I was doing earlier. I'm sussing you out.
Oh, you susser. Oh my god. You correct. Well, you know what? I'll throw this out there. You very correctly called the first 2 checks of that world. Oh wait. Yeah, I want that on. And this is the best thing in the game. What I just opened up from that chest back there, just so y'all know.
Oh, it's
Just
Hidden
so
Dragon.
everyone's got tabs on it. Casa left early because he a dumb.
I'm actually quite interested in what Casa's doing right now.
Wait, you're not interested in what I'm doing? Am I boring?
No,
Am I
no, it's
boring
just
you?
Casa's making a pretty interesting move to me, and I'm interested to see where it goes.
Ooh, Casa's making the big brain play. And that's the cool thing about this randomizer is like, you can go wherever you want. And Zeus.
Oh my god. Okay.
You can go wherever you want, so you know your opponent likes to push certain checks. Go to a completely different world. It'll be great.
So, quick question. How do you read the hints in this game?
You click on the button that corresponds to the number.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually an external hint system that was built. Shouts to Jay Smarty. I originally came up with the concept for having the hint system at all, and Jay Smarty was able to take it and make a website out of it. I think it's just a really cool way to get to play like some level of logic within the game. Yeah, we should probably go do that. So yeah, there was a report I read back there that X world that I might be going into right now has a number higher than 5 and less than 7. So yeah.
Okay, so now both sides are doing some interesting things here. This is good.
A little different. Love it. Break it up. In Hollow Bastion, as we talked about before this show, not nearly as good as KH1 Hollow Bastion, but we're still going to do it. Ugh, Zeus. Okay.
KH1 Halabastion is one of the best stages in all of Kingdom Hearts. There's just so much going on in it.
Yeah, in like all of gaming, it's really good. It's one of my personal favorite moments in the entire series.
And whenever I hear like the Halabastion theme from this game, I'm like, this just doesn't seem right. It doesn't feel right.
Right. It's so good, dude. I want to go back. Let's play KH1 right now. Screw this game. Nah, this game's good. This is actually... Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably one of my like 5 favorite video games of all time. Where would it rank for you, Casa?
Kingdom Hearts what?
Kingdom Hearts 2. Where does it rank on your greatest video games of all time for you personally?
Number 3.
All right. What's number 1 and 2? I need to know.
Persona 3 and Eternal Sonata.
I want to play Persona. I've only played Persona 5. I just played it last year for the first time. The game is very good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So yeah, we're just going to continue being Zeus over here. Kill you. Say goodbye to you. Check another one of these. Get rid of these guys. Y'all probably remember these enemies being annoying. Well, now they're dead.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to deafen both of you really quick so I can talk to Sky.
Ooh.
Alright, so we can see Casa over here in Space Paranoids. So Casa actually has experience boost. So what ended up happening was he got to below half health outside of the room, so he can level up a bunch in this room. Once he clears 2 of the screens, he'll be able to just wail on all these enemies and get a bunch of XP if he doesn't die, but unfortunately he did end up dying. But that is the idea of what Casa's doing right now. And Casa also earlier got a report for getting 2 important checks in Beast Castle.
Why is Spike going to Atlantica? I thought, are there still checks
that's
in there?
Space Paranoids. That's just the way that the game shows it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now we're both in the same spot here.
Yep.
Have they read their hints yet? Because I haven't seen them. I know Casa DM'd me because I missed an item, and he said it was Ansem's Report 6. So I'm not sure.
That's not going to be represented on their trackers.
Okay.
But they have their hints file, or they have their hints site open, and they uploaded their file to it. So they're able to read those.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Should we let everybody know what the hints are? Well, what one of the hints is, I guess, if we've seen 2 and 6 at this point now.
Yeah.
All right, let me get out my reference sheet here that Richard was nice enough to send. So we've seen 2. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
So they've seen Beast Castle has 2 important checks from Casa. Spike got Report 3 as well, which was Hollow Bastion has 6 important checks.
Mm-hmm. Report 6 is probably one of the most interesting things ever, and it's Report 6, which I believe both of them have now, is Report 6. It says Simulated Twilight Town has 1 important check.
Yep,
so
that's a very low number of checks. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, the top left of Spike Vegeta's tracker actually has the number of checks in Simulated Twilight Town, which is 27. So 1 check out of 27 is a very low amount. So we're not going to see Simulated Twilight Town from them pretty much unless they really, really need to, and unless there's like, very little things they have to check otherwise.
Wouldn't that be a Galaxy brain level play though if it ended up being something absolutely necessary to finish the seed?
Yeah, one of the things they can do is they can save scum, which is they can save outside of Simulated Twilight Town because you have to do it in 1 sweep. they can save outside, and then if they end up finding the check and it's not important, they can just reload that save and then go to another place. But I honestly don't think we're going to see that, just because other places are more dense in pickups than Simulated Twilight Town, and going through there just for one check doesn't seem super worth it.
So
And here
what
we
did you
see-
want? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Here we see Spike doing the same thing Casa did. Spike is below half health now, and going to be leveling up as well. We saw Casa level up past level 20 in this.
So what was the important detail that you wanted to deafen our runners over?
I just wanted to explain what Casa was doing to you, but it looks like Spike's doing the same thing. They're both leveling up a bunch.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to undeafen them. And you are both back.
Welcome back. Something important just happened. You'll see.
Certainly interesting things, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Let me just go in here. Just do this. And take off that.
Oh my gosh. Spike, your screen. That's all I'm gonna
I
say.
know.
Dang. Come on.
I am going to focus here just a little longer.
I know that feeling. I'm gonna do two things here, actually.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off there. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and explain it. We're being casual about this race. So, yeah, double EXP boost means when you're under half health, you gain quad EXP. It's a pretty cool thing for going from level 13 to 34 in like 30 seconds. It's great.
Yeah, your screen was pretty busy there, Spike.
Yes, it was quite a bit. Enough to where I need to go check my journal real quick. What did I get? Oh, it was that. Okay, cool. Oh, I wish I had kept going. Okay. Yeah, and that's nice because obviously we got a lot of checks from that, but also we're just safer for a lot of fights throughout the rest of the game now. Let's see here.
I'm only level 20.
Yeah, so I might go take a peek at what my stats look like real quick, because I think they just got pretty big. We do have that. Let me check something real quick. Do you have a certain thing? Nope. Do you have a thing? Nope. What about you? Nope. Nope. No one's got anything in this game. What are my stats like? Whoa, those are huge. All right, cool. Yeah, let's try it. Why not? We'll have a blast, everyone.
You seem surprised about the stats, Spike.
Yeah, they're pretty big. Yeah, we're mostly looking at our magic and strength stats because, man, the other stuff really doesn't matter. Defense, see, look at that. See, I'm still getting killed by, like, literally nothing. Let's go back. Probably should have waited on one thing in particular. I'll give this one try. Oh, that was a shot in the face. There goes the Deathless run. We have nothing. I guess, no. I'm going to try one more time. Chat, don't judge me. I'm going back in.
I'll let you know if they judge you.
I swear. I'll bet on that. All right.
Oh, shit.
So I did that, and I also found one of those things. That's pretty cool.
Casa, all I can say to you right now is dang.
I know what I did wrong there. I was thinking it was something else I was doing.
No, just like, period. Dang.
Okay, no, those. Maybe I could do it with like reflect or something. We're gonna go to other places.
Yeah, Spike
I
is
need a
being
few more
judged by
tools.
chat right now, just FYI.
Who's being judged?
Spike.
What
Come
did you
on, come on, people. What do you do? All right, well then let's make the far more natural play and go here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say I'm going to Port Royal. We have a lot of magic. We have a lot of things right now, so it's great.
Reminder to update your tracker, Spike. Apparently you're missing some stuff.
Ah!
Oh, yeah, thank you. I do like 3 different trackers, so let me get that updated for you lovely people out there.
I'm just reminding you, and the chat's also being very friendly and reminding you, so...
Oh, super friendly, I'm sure.
I don't know why I didn't think of doing this. To be honest.
I got that, I got that, I got that. I got that. Oh, I haven't updated this in forever. Yeah, I got you. I've done so much. So many places we've been so far.
I like that through the levels, you get a thing that tells you something about... you're level 34, so I can say this. You get a report.
Yeah, it's great.
A report that says something about leveling.
About what you might be getting on levels, yeah. So yeah, like I said, magic is pretty good against pirates. I think the biggest thing we're...
Dang it. Okay, I can't do this without the one thing. That's unfortunate.
And like Kaz was saying right there, like, just because you have the stats, the raw stats, doesn't necessarily mean you have the tools to be able to work with stuff. So that's why I took 2 deaths to that boss back there. Like, yeah, this is not happening. So...
All right.
And continue to be Zeus. All right, there we go. Get all around the arena, keep ourselves safe enough. I can push Port Royal because it's got 31 total checks in it. I'm going to check through the first. Probably at least like, I'd say maybe 28. We'll say you can get stuff pretty quickly here. All right. I see where you're coming from, game. I see where you're coming from. Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right, jump on board. Continue to slay pirates over here. Because again, our defensive stats, even though we just gained like 20 levels, we're not any more safe from everything. Stuff can still 1 and 2 shot us everywhere. I think I actually do have a defense boost or 2 that I could use. I am so far from the next level.
That's not too bad of a thing, though, is it, Spike? I mean, you're overpowered now, theoretically.
Yeah, but he has some more checks he has to do.
Yeah, I do.
Which is good to know for me because...
Yeah. Yeah, we might be rolling deep over here.
I might have forced something, by the way, just to be honest with you.
Yeah. No, I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
It's nice to have, I'm just going to say that.
It's one of those good things.
Okay, so we're probably about 5 minutes or so away from our first stretch and hydration break, so just start thinking about where a good place to stop might be in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can pause it anywhere as long as, obviously, we should probably make sure we're not, like, mid-fight, so I'll leave it up to you, Gossip.
Oh, sorry, that was frightening.
But I'll say, we've been using Thunder all day. Our magic staff is so through the roof. We can be using Blizzard.
I'm gonna be honest, I have Blizzard, Thunder, Cure, and Magnet.
Ooh, Magnet. Ooh. All right, Casa. I will compliment you one time if you tell me where it is.
Think spicy.
Ooh, okay. I never go there early. I put off that world forever.
I like how you knew what it was by me saying that.
Yeah, so Land of Dragons has it. Okay, cool. All right, what do you want to know?
Second EXP boost.
That would be somewhere less spicy than the last place.
Okay.
Think more disappointing than Cage 1.
Oh, I'm right beside it.
Yeah. All right, he asked for the easy info. Let's go.
Wow, you're using my metaphor from earlier to give Casa hints. I see how this goes.
Hey, it worked.
He's not wrong. It did work.
I'm sorry, you can't have an emotional scene, or scenes plural, in Kingdom Hearts 1, and like the most significant thing that happens in this one is what? Goofy takes a hit to the head? It's like, come on.
Hey, I had a lot of friends who legitimately thought he died there, which is like kind of hilarious looking at it at all, but yeah.
No. Nothing equates to the emotion of the Halabastion from Kingdom Hearts 1.
No, not at all. I was like, what a brave move by Squaresoft. Like, oh my God. They killed the dog.
Hobbs in capital letters in the chat. Goofy dies, Sky. He's dead.
He's dead forever. We can't use Valor for him anymore.
So we can say second Goofy is Max then, who grew up. Like, I'm still waiting for my Goofy movie level. I'm still waiting for my Goofy movie level where you have to like save
that's why Cage 3 is less good. Oh, dude, power line.
They could have had to like.
Notion.
But seriously, how hard would it have been to make a level where you try to help them get to Los Angeles and then they have to go save Powerline from the Heartless? Like
that'd be pretty
so
good. Cage 4, instantly better than Cage 3 if it just puts a Powerline episode in it.
It should have. It absolutely should. Imagine like even a Powerline summon where it's like just there rocking out on his guitar and you're just.
Oh, that'd be pretty good. I'd pre-order it right now with the PS7.
PS7?
Yep. A lot of just trying to make sure I stay alive while I'm picking up these checks. Bait him around here, Oh, man. This place is loaded. Casa, you should come over.
I mean, even as a musical world, absolutely. Imagine a musical world where it's just all Powerline music. Like,
are you talking about?
Yes.
Are you talking about Port Royal?
Yeah, dude, come on over. It's got everything.
That was my fourth world.
Oh, that's cool. What'd you think of it?
It was okay.
Yeah, it had nothing in it. I know. All right, so we don't want him doing anything. So freeze him, pop it, freeze him. Yeah, there. Oh. Yeah, keep freezing. And nice. All right, there you go.
Honestly, I think the next, if we were to have another water level, I don't think Little Mermaid would come back. I could see finding Nemo.
Atlantis!
Wait, what?
Atlantis!
Oh, Atlantis. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Atlantica in a weird way. I was like, wait, what? We already got Atlantica. What do you have to ask about? Yeah. What does that tell me?
Oh, there's the XP boost.
Did you find it? You
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty strong right now because I'm already level 20.
Right. When I found it, I was level 13, so I was like, woo, let's go. Okay.
Where'd you go to the XP boost, I wonder?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I probably went to the same
All right,
place.
are we in a spot to take a break? If so,
Yeah.
I need one of you to count down to pause, like now.
3, 2, 1, pause.
Do we have our pauses down?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
We can always, okay, good. Even the timer is paused. All right, so this is, as you all know, we always take breaks during this show to very much emphasize, get up, grab some water. But real quick, we have some announcements before that break. Remember, Random Number Generation and GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub. Please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. Remember, also, an all-women speedrunning event, Frame Fatale returns with another event, Fleet Fatale, online on November 15th, 2020. Go to gamesdonequick.com/Frame Fatale for more information. The schedule will be released October 14th, and volunteer applications will be opening on the 14th as well. All right, and with that, everybody get up, stretch, hydrate, be sure it's good for you. We'll see you back here in a couple minutes on Random Number Generation. Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I'm Skybilz, and I'm joined here by Casa and Spike Vegeta, and this is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer. Very interesting seed so far. I feel like this one is a bit deeper than the first time when we did our co-op Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix run. Are y'all ready to go? I don't want to delay this any further. I'm excited.
Let's do this.
All right, countdown.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Like, how was your snack?
Oh, it was great. I had a kind bar of the peanut butter dark chocolate variety. It was delish. Great dinner.
Not a
What did everybody in chat have for dinner? I can't read the chat, but I assume it's all delicious.
I mean, I'm here. I can let you know.
Oh yeah, tell me what the people got.
I had Wendy's.
Ooh.
Oh, we already have pizza. I knew at least one person was gonna say pizza.
Pizza?
Pizza.
Richard hasn't eaten dinner yet. Richard, you're supposed to eat.
He just said he made pizza dough too.
Lasagna, chicken parm pizza, burger. I don't think Fight Me is a food. Wontons, grilled chicken, pasta with kale cream sauce and butternut squash.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
That sounds so good. Wow. Pork chops, roast cauliflower, chipotle, ramen. Hey, there's nothing wrong with ramen if it's just sitting in the cabinet and you need food immediately. I'm just saying. Orange chicken and rice, and an oatmeal cream pie. Holy crap, that sounds good.
Oh,
I do
serve
like
it up.
Spicy nugs, yeah. You can never go wrong with chicken nuggets. Those are pretty good. Diced up potatoes and fries, homemade. Sounds good. I saw someone say Thanksgiving pizza, and I'm like, wait, do we have a Canadian? But they said in a bit over a month from now. Because I know Canadian Thanksgiving is coming up soon.
Oh, well, that was faster than I expected.
I've had real ramen before. Actually, it's odd, both GDQ locations in Minnesota and in Florida, and even in DC, they've all had really good ramen places nearby.
Ramen.
That's actually a pretty common place for people to meet up during GDQs and get some dinner.
Because it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
You get a good ramen broth and you're just living.
Oth likes a good hot pot.
I haven't had hot pot in like 3 years.
Yeah. Korean barbecue is also a big thing among speedrunners as well.
Yeah. There's got to be one close by to a GDQ. I'm pretty sure they make sure there is that and a TGI Fridays close to every GDQ.
Pork Duck Rice said, yo, Super Saiyan. I never went to Super Saiyan Pork Duck Rice. I have not. And I'm so sad I did it now, given everything that's happened. Dang.
One day we'll get to go. We'll go together.
We'll go together. That sounds just absolutely lovely right now.
Off
Spike.
Sky, Yumi, and Nukes.
Yeah.
Casa and Richard can be there. Everybody in chat can be there. 4,000 people. I don't know how many people are in chat.
We had 2,000 at our peak.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of people still.
That's a lot of peeps.
It is.
That's a lot of people.
Man, that's a lot of people. All right,
That's
so I think
4,000 eyes.
there's too many eyes for me. I can't keep them all on me. Do I have a Keyblade that does a certain thing? Let's find out.
Ow.
Yep, it sure does.
Ow.
I thought that thought was just going to stop at, do I have a Keyblade? And I was going to just start laughing.
You start
Do
the
I-
seed, no Keyblade.
Am I even a Keyblade master?
Am I even a Keyblade master? So yeah, this is that light and darkness thing I talked about earlier. We know that after we do this 5 times maximum, we will be given final form.
10 times.
You could get it 5 times.
I did it 8 times and then I got it.
Huh, did you not let the enemies spawn on screen? It should be.
Oh, I did.
Oh, that's weird.
We
I
can
don't
roll
know.
back. the cameras.
Roll back the cameras. The proof is in the pudding.
Proof
Well, I
is
got
in
it
the game.
4th try, so I got luckier.
Oh, that would actually be cool if the randomizer had a way where you could play as Roxas the whole time. That would be so
Ooh.
fun.
Let's go for you, and we're going to. That Keyblade's actually great. I'm just gonna leave you right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Spike, your second Keyblade that you got, I didn't realize that was a Keyblade. I've never seen that before. Maybe it's a Final Mix thing?
So that Keyblade is actually an unused Keyblade in the memory of the game.
Oh, Edge of Ultimate.
Yeah, the Frontier of Ultimate. It's to make sure when you get the forms that come with abilities, those being like those being Valor Form, Master Form, and Final Form, they have a Keyblade that they just come packed in with. So makes things a little bit easier. I guess we're just gonna do this. I'm assuming Kasa's already done this, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cheese Roxas right here.
You have reflect.
So I could wait and try to fight Roxas more legit, or we could just do it the brain dead way.
Yo, I'm ready for some cheese, Spike. Let's see it.
Yo, we got some fresh Gouda coming up right here.
Do you know how many times I've died on this? Don't tell me you're really, really gonna cheese this. I'm gonna feel so sad here.
Oh no, it's getting cheese. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If I had one more tool, I would go for a different strategy, a loop right here, but I do not. So after he dashes one, I wasn't counting it. Should be
you're
one
doing
more
back
dash.
cheese. Okay.
Kobe Jack. So now I'm going to take his Keyblades. I'm going to put him in the corner because he's been a bad boy. Put him over there. And now we're just going to quick run to the side of him. And what's happening right now is I talked about there's a hidden mechanic in the game called revenge value. That is basically like after you do X amount of hits and like types of hits to an enemy, they will break out and they'll retaliate. However, if you get him up against the wall, it actually stun locks him with how the Keyblades that I stole from him are like swinging around my body so violently. So I'm going to do this until he's dead.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah, this is a very, very good beginner strat that people can use to get through Roxas. Now, there's still tough fights beyond this that you have to worry about. A standard strat that people will also fall into if they have more tools, they'll utilize a loop, where the DPS is a lot higher, but you need a number of tools. Whereas this, as long as you have a quick run, you can do this. That's all I'm doing is I'm mashing square into the wall. So yeah, how's everyone's day going?
Going pretty well.
You made all the chat hungry, Spike.
I'm sorry. I'm just in a constant state of hunger. It's fine. We eat well. I'm just like, man, eating is just such a cool thing. I like it. So then we could find Final Form somewhere else. Maybe Kasa already has. I had not to that point. But I forced it right there just to make sure. And now that we're close, need to actually end on a finisher. So,
I would laugh if it wasn't the end of his HP and he just like came out and killed you.
Yep. Yeah, so that's a little scary if you don't have access to scan, the ability that shows their health. Otherwise, you just kind of got to get in the ballpark and guess because you need a finisher in order to end boss fights in this game. Oh, that's cool. Now we got another one of those. All right, sick. My 5th proof. All right, nice.
Your 5th proof?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, wow, I found auto final.
Oh, nice. What about over here? What do you have? Nope. What about you over here? What do you have? Oh, cool. My 6th proof. I like it. Good stuff. Oh.
Your 6th what, Spike?
My 6th proof, so I can beat the game.
Oh, very funny.
Oh, very funny. Oh, this is going to kill me. It didn't. Oh, because I have the once more thing. That's really cool.
Oh.
Oh, do you want to know where once more is? I'll never tell.
I probably have it.
How do you know?
All right, let's take a look. I don't. I have second chance though.
Second chance? Where'd you get that?
Not telling you.
Come on, man. Okay. So odds are we don't have something, but let's take a peek over here. No. What about you? And nope. And whoa, that's a big old stat right there. Yeah. So that was that. I found that over there. That was pretty cool. And now we should head back over here. Well, yeah, let's go over here. This is a cool place. Who doesn't have a good time here? Going back over here because there's still a lot of potentially important checks. We actually have intel on it, so we know there's a lot. But we cut out of here earlier to go take care of other things like making our stats very big.
Oh!
Did you find it?
No, I found something else though.
Oh no. His 7th proof.
Hmm. I see.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
I believe I did. Did you have you kept up on your tracking, Casa? Just to
Yes.
make sure. Reminder. All right.
I just
You too,
took off
Spike.
one of the things and left a normal thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been kind of looking over like, I'll let y'all know movement ability-wise, I never update that stuff. It's like finding extra bomb bags and bows in OT. I'm just like, I've got one of them.
Am I allowed to give a proof score without saying where they came from?
Oh, yeah, you can always... Casa has...
No. It's 1-0 Spike right now.
Okay.
So we haven't seen barely anything yet.
Yeah, okay. In terms of the proofs, that's fine. That's just the keys. That's all they are. They don't help us, overcome battles or anything. They're just the 3 keys to unlock the final door. That's all they are. So that's cool. We're chilling. We're having a good time. But I don't know. Where'd y'all hide those proofs? I know they vetted the seat.
I finally got wisdom form, by the way.
Oh, congrats. I did as well.
I know where you got it.
Oh, you know where I got it, don't you?
I know where you got it.
I know where you got this.
Oh.
Very interesting game. Actually, I just want to check. Do I have a certain something? Yes, I do. Oh, God.
Oh,
3
having
of
second
those?
chance is the best thing ever.
Yeah, second chance once more. They're very good. Again, so to explain what second chance and once more are for people who like, if you play a lot of Kingdom Hearts, it's their staples, starting with Kingdom Hearts 2.
One.
But are they in Kingdom Hearts 1?
Uh-huh.
They are? Did we patch them in?
I
I
might
don't
be
remember.
a mix, but I know they're in there.
But yeah, they ooh, I'm gonna put that on right now. Give me. Thank you. But yeah, second chance will make sure that if you get hit with some massive single attack, you will only go to 1 HP. And if you get hit with some massive like barrage of attacks, you can't be combo killed as long as you don't like reset your position or anything. You'll stop at 1 HP in that way as well. So that's the best way for surviving on this very high difficulty. So yeah, final form, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really happy because I just got finishing plus.
Oh, that's what I was holding out for. That was the only reason I was wanting to hold out on Roxas a little longer. Oh well. Because now you can do the loop.
I don't need the loop. I have a different
Who
loop.
needs a loop?
I have a different loop.
Loopy doopies?
I found the second one.
Oh man.
So there are things going on both screens right now. Very much things going on.
Oh, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Oh, yeah, get out of here. Don't want that.
So, Spike, how did this go over for you?
So far, well, I didn't die, so that's pretty cool. I like how each between Kos and I, he's got second chance. I've got once more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you know, keeping us alive because this game is very, very mean on critical, especially when you come to areas like this where the enemies just don't care. I don't think I should try this, but it could be funny. All right, if someone types 1 in chat, I'll try it.
1.
All right, I'm going. Ah! Wow. This is a terrible idea.
Spike, you don't like bad ideas?
This is a terrible idea. I just want everyone to know that.
Again, everybody, real quick, I know I just did a reminder, but I'm going to do it again because I don't want to spoil. Everybody check your trackers.
Oh, I've been checking it, don't worry.
Okay. Spike?
Yeah, I'm coming up.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I don't have it yet. Technically. Let's just add that on there.
We almost had it. So this is one of the hardest fights in like all of Rando that you can do. You actually almost had it that first try.
Give me strength.
Oh, close. Close. I don't want to try this too many times. Might have to be on comeback here. I've got the tools to make this work. There's one more tool I wish I had.
Flare Force.
Yeah, Flare Force would be nice.
I'm just kind of being quiet right now. There's some intense stuff going on. I don't want to interrupt anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry for being quiet, but I
no,
heard
no,
that's very difficult.
I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. That is, it's all fun and games, but yeah, that is no joke.
Everybody's saying you're gaming, so I believe chat when they say Spike just game there.
Golly, we almost had it first try, but okay, we'll take it. Okay. Now we got this that's just gonna take forever to break. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of good things to realize of like, I don't know, and that's my favorite part of doing this randomizer. It's not so much about playing logic. I've got this, that means I can go to this area. Like with the hints, you can play different like numbers, different values of like, okay, this area has the X amount of checks or something. I think what I like about it is that you just have to have this intense knowledge base of like, I've got these tools, even though I've got these stats, there's a lot more that I have to be good at in the randomizer. Lot of knowledge. That's the fun of randomizers in general. I guess even the case of like platformers and stuff. Sky, I'm sure you feel that way playing like Super Mario Brothers 3 randomizer. It's way more than just the execution. It's also about like knowing what you've got and how you can work with it.
Yeah, I mean, we even see that nowadays for anyone who's picked up Super Mario Brothers 35. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just you have these resources. How can you use them together to get past some pretty difficult obstacles?
Absolutely. Interesting. Actually, don't. Okay. Yeah, and then I think we're gonna do. I might actually not have the tools to do this right now, so. In fact, yes,
final form.
I'm gonna stop that. I feel good about actually where we are in this right now, so I'm actually gonna leave right now.
All right, I'm gonna cut in here. I'm gonna deafen Spike just so Casa could react a little bit better. All right, Casa.
Nothing like finding the thing that you forced in the levels.
All right, level 44, final form. What are your thoughts, Casa?
That's a troll. That's a big troll. Oh, I was supposed to get hit by that. Oh no, hit me. Wait. Actually, I can do here. Hit me.
Did Casa find the thing? A thing?
Casa found final form on level 44.
Oh my gosh!
That is very high up there in terms of leveling.
And there's still one more proof, I think. I mean, one more check in levels, so I'm doing that right now.
So with this seed, just for everyone in the audience, level 50 is the highest that an important check can be. So having one on level 44 and even having one further than that, that's pretty unfortunate.
And I'm hoping Spike took the same route I did.
Alright, we're gonna bring him back in. And now Spike's back in.
Yo, welcome back to me. Oh, that was rude, game. What was that? Did y'all see that? What in the how?
What the what?
Who with the where and the why? Hello? Hi, hello? But that's a cool thing to see. Okay. Awesome. Love it. Say no more. So actually our callback there might have worked out pretty well.
I finally got a glide.
Oh my god. Wait, finally. Wait a minute.
So, one of the things going on one of these two screens right now, if you play through this game casually, it's gonna be a stopping point for a little while.
Yeah, I got my first glide now. So you can make fun of me.
Hey!
Let me see here. How do I want to do this? Let's...
Dang. I saw that coming. Wait.
Yeah, very likely gonna die here once. We'll see. Like to play a little safe.
I actually had meant to ask you this before, speaking, we were talking about other Kingdom Hearts games earlier, and again, I'm not going to get into spoilers, but I don't know if both of y'all got through Kingdom Hearts 3, but that final area in Kingdom Hearts 3 was really intense, like really, really intense, and I wanted to know your thoughts on the difficulty, in particular, the final area in Kingdom Hearts 3.
All the final bosses and everything.
Yeah.
Casa, you could go first. I'm fine with KH3. I think the game is fine.
It's too much padding.
Yeah, I kind of had that impression as well.
Yeah, I think KH3 is a very fun, like, one and done for me. Although I will say, I've heard the DLC they came out with, I think it was Remind or whatever. It was
really good.
I hear it was very good. I have not played it myself. I'd like to at some point.
Unfortunately, the game should have been that to begin with.
Really? That might be worth getting then, because I wasn't sure. I was very lukewarm on the game itself. Like, it had good moments, but, the game as a whole was kind of ad. But if you say the DLC is worth getting, interesting.
It definitely is.
All right, there we go. So I might have just mismenued one of my inputs in there and went into not the correct form, but that's okay. Here we are. I have a drive recovery, I believe, and I will utilize that now because I want to level something up here pretty soon. And yeah. Yeah, I think we can go in. I still have not taken Casa up on that offer to go get Magnet. Probably should have. So how does it feel having Magnet?
It's been really useful.
Pretty dope, pretty dope.
Okay.
Oh, hey, a glide.
Your first slide too?
Yeah, that was my first. Oh, no. That's my second glide. Bam, bam, bam. That's all I wanted out of that. Oh, wait. I'm dumb. You ever just pull a dumb, chat? Nah, chat never pulls a dumb. I've learned that about Twitch chat. Twitch chat is pretty perfect. Never made a mistake in their life in any sort of blind playthrough. Please backseat me. Not calling anyone out, but you're mean. Okay. Let's pop another one of these. Zeus. Oh, yeah, you're going to come down and kill. Oh, I'm going to throw a hot disagree on there.
Oh, I guess I did get it. Never mind. Okay.
Those are very scary enemies, so I'm quite happy not to have died there. Are we close? I would like to get 4 drive here.
Oh, you have wisdom. Oh, not wisdom, master.
Keep trying.
If you have 4 drive. Oh, limit.
I was like, just keep going, my dude.
One of the 2 I am missing.
Yeah, it's kind of a play on Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora. Yeah, it gives you access to all of his different forms, and I would say after Final Form, it's definitely the second most useful form. Wasn't in the original cage too. Was Final Mix. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We get to use it and blow stuff up, and you can do really cool combos like I did on that fight back there that Sky was talking about, where you can like chain a combo together, and they won't get to retaliate for like 2 bars worth of health. It's pretty dope.
Oh, I found another Keyblade.
All right, we're gonna bail on that right there because I know there's only one important thing left in that area, and I want to explore other areas. Like, let's say, you know what? Let's go over here. This could be a cool area that does cool things. Okay. Yeah.
So how much does the information from the reports influence the decisions you make?
Now it's a lot more.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I will say this seed has very strong hints. It's giving us a lot of good info. There are some seeds where you never find the hints. You just never do. Alright, so that puts me there. Okay, pretty cool. Also did that. All right. So the area I'm in, actually, I don't have a hint for to note, but it has a lot of density to it, so I still want to play towards those other checks. I probably actually should add up how many of the 50 important checks I have intel on. It's always something I'm trying to keep balanced, but I do know there's another reason I can continue to level in this area and go after a few more of the other checks that I do have intel on that I know are on my level ups. So if I just count those up in my head real quick. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, I have intel on a lot, actually. Casa, why didn't you tell me? Oh. And I did, like, somewhere up in, like, that ballpark. I don't know. I try to keep checks consistent. That world gets a little wonky with, like, how you can route it.
I'm so strong right now.
I know, isn't it ridiculous? Oh, there's another quick run. The quick runs, they just keep a coming.
I want to
2
see.
quick ones, back to back.
What are my stats? 37, 58 magic.
58?
You heard me.
Oh, no. He went all the way to level 50.
Possibly.
Calm down.
And I might have found something too.
Oh, my Lanta.
No, Casa said might.
Gather.
Big might there.
You know, just maybe.
How many? Okay, Casa, on a scale of 4 to 9, how many proofs do you have? Oh my, are you kidding me?
Well, I'm level 50, so I have all the proofs from it.
Oh my god. Wow, there's one of the checks we had no intel on. Casa, my friend, having second chance is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Pretty cool. I like it. I like it when I have the one that gives me a second chance. I like it enough to where I'm gonna go equip that right now. Put you on. You're pretty cool. Yeah, sure. Looks great. Yeah, that one's awesome. Do I know? Oh my gosh. I feel when you don't have enough. Keep pumping. Make that magic stat higher. Love to see it. Yeah, it's good enough.
I've gotten both money pouches.
If it's level 50, I'm going to be sad. Because I could have had it earlier. So I farmed in Space Paranoids. Did you go straight to the mansion to farm? Yeah.
No, I went to Space Paranoids first and then mansion.
Oh, you did? Okay. I like it as kind of an interim, and that's another like knowledge thing you need to play the randomizer is just knowing like where are multiple good places that you can farm at. Whoa! I almost got shot in the back. Oh, I almost got shot in the back twice. Okay.
No.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna feel like we've done that. Ah, man! So there's finishing plus.
Yeah.
But dang it. If I just order things a little differently.
No, I don't want that.
If I just ordered that slightly more optimally. You ever just do things in a weird order?
Yes.
It stinks, doesn't it?
Maybe a little bit.
Just a
Maybe a
wee
lot.
bit. Stat chat, we're going to go back over here and we're going to get back into below half health to get those EXP boosts to go off, which will give us quad EXP, which is really cool. To know what the randomizer, you can also buff your different EXP multipliers up to 5 times what it is normally.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, which is amazing. What I'm about to say, I've got mine that I like to play with. Base EXP, I only play with 1 times 1.5. Just helps it not be as much of a slog going through like the level 40s. What do you generally play with, Casa?
I honestly just play around with the settings and just do whatever I feel at the moment. I generally stay close to like the 1.5 to 3 times range. I never go into the 4 or 5s.
Uh-huh.
I'm so happy to have
Some of the
Trinity
drive
limit.
forms I like to pump up quite a bit. Okay, game. I see where you're coming from.
You have Trinity limit yet?
Trinity limit, that would be pretty cool. Where'd you get it? Tell me.
Somewhere.
Okay.
It exists in an easy place.
Oh, man. You can't just tell me these things and then don't tell me these things.
I know what you're talking about. I told you. It's an easy place.
You actually started the game with it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Trinity limit, no!
You found it?
I might have just found Trinity limit.
It's in
Chat,
an easy
Trinity
place.
limit has been achieved.
It's in an easy place.
I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty easy.
Spike just wanted to wake up anyone in chat that might be sleeping right then and there.
My bad, but you know, I'm a
He
passionate
does
player.
it again anyway.
Poor lurkers.
It's like, it is time, please. Awaken.
Now everyone knows where we are.
I know where you are,
that
yeah.
quad EXP.
Because if you're leveling up
Oh.
final and getting levels at the same time.
Yeah, it's
I know exactly
very
what
cool. It's just like every time you kill any mob of enemies, there's a level, and there's a level, and there's a level. I generally don't push all the way to level 50 unless I've got info on stuff, and I've got double EXP boost. Fun fact, we have both those things.
Yep.
And then this is kind of a nice little combo where the Keyblades, the final form, actually auto counter for you. So I'm going to walk up, let this guy hit me. I'm then going to ricochet him off. I'm going to have to get hit again because we actually are too powerful. And now I can utilize that one thing I just got to make things a little more efficient.
Hey Spike, has Nukes gotten used to you making just odd noises at any point?
Oh no, she never has. Like she knows I do it, but yeah, I would never wish anyone to have to live with me doing that. Golly.
I mean,
She's
I'm used to
powerful woman.
off making noises, but dang.
Hit me again, boys.
As you all know, I'm very easily startled, as you heard earlier.
Oh.
Everyone's
Oh,
wondering,
I
is
know.
he dead?
Yeah, legit. We thought Casa died before the stream started. Richard
Yes.
can attest to that.
Yes.
We just heard you scream, and we were like,
And then I went silent.
Yeah, I think you didn't say anything, which was by far the worst part of it.
I'm just gonna say for 15 seconds before this stream started, I thought Casa was dead.
It was very scary.
Oh, that's not the one I wanted.
Oh, come on, game. Where is it? And before I just got something and I didn't notice. I don't have a gold crown on my head, do I? Okay.
Whoa,
what
I
are
never
the
knew.
crowns, by the way? Because I've seen those. What do they do?
So those are actually the representations of the proofs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when you get one, you'll have a bronze helmet on, or helmet. It's just very crude. It's just a helmet. No, you'll have a bronze crown on your head. When you find two, we'll have a silver crown and then to gold. They are representative in the final mix version of Kingdom Hearts 2 of you basically beat all the super bosses and did all the big challenges in the game.
Oh, nice.
So it's a way to show off to your friends. Yep, I'm pretty cool.
Oh, look at my gold crown.
Look at my gold crown. It's pretty gold. Wait a second. Okay, make sure. Because if you don't see what you got on the level up, you're never going to know. You just kind of got to guess. Oh, come on, game. Give me the thing. I don't want to sit here and grind levels on GDQ. Oh, who am I kidding? Everybody in chat, they love RPGs. This is cathartic for them watching us gain 27 levels in 3 seconds.
Pretty much.
Is that it? Are you kidding me? Well, we're done here. My
Are
work
you
is
sure?
done. Yep, we got 4 things.
What was the fourth thing?
The final form.
Okay, and what were the other 3?
Oh, did you... What? Casa, don't do this to me, man. All right, let's pretend we don't know a magnet's here, and let's go here.
Oh, whoops. That wasn't smart.
All right, so Land of Dragons. We've got intel on this place. It's pretty cool. All right, was magnet in chest 1, 2, or 3?
Yes.
Was it in 1? Nope. Was it in 2? Yep. Ow! Well, I kind of want to leave. Bye.
Sakasa, you
You,
seem confused about the 4 checks. Did you actually want to know what those 4 checks were on level?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, I definitely got 4 on the I'm not bragging. I'm just checking my facts. Unless I make it up. Oh, no. Did I make it up? That'd be really funny. I don't believe we have the thing. So, chat, here's what we're going to do. This is one of the hardest fights in the entire game. It's pretty funny how hard it is. So, I'm going to load up on this stuff. Yep, looks great. Actually take that off. I don't want that on. And we're going to roll deep. As the DKC community says, we're going to roll deep.
Yikes. Have fun.
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
Oh, I forgot to customize the... But I forgot to put something on. It's okay, because we're going to improv it. So yeah, we're going to utilize this cool thing called Berserk Charge.
You fighting Zaldin?
What do you want from me?
Are you fighting Zaldin?
Right. We're just gonna let him do his thing. And I'm going to mash really hard.
Wow.
All right. We had just enough time.
Oh.
So yeah, Berserk Charge makes it to where you lose access to any and all finishers. but your combos technically are infinite. He's supposed to be able to break out, but if you mash really, really hard in final form with that going, while you're in MP recharge, then you keep that going the whole time.
I love this game sometimes.
It's very fun. All right. Okay. Understandable. Oh, and I've got that. I'm doing a check. Did I mark everything? Yep, we got that. So now I want to take that ability off and never put it back on. Yep, sure. Looks great. Love it. Oh, I got another one of these at some point. Did I ever get anything cool? Not really. Sure. Put that on.
Well, I have both finishing pluses now.
Yo, nice.
All right,
I
I'm
found
just
mine
gonna
late.
deafen both of you real quick, but I'll bring you right back.
Thanks, baby.
All right, and yeah, so Sky, we just saw Casa get to the throne room, which, as you saw, had 8 checks in it. Casa found nothing of note in there, and Spike is now just cruising through these final bosses of the game because he'll need to get here after he gets all 3 proofs anyway, since there is no Promise Charm. The Promise Charm would usually allow people to skip these fights, but Spike's going to go through them now. So this is going to allow him to get a few checks as well as progress to get towards the end of the game. That's pretty much all I had to say.
Yeah, I don't believe Spike has found the 3rd proof yet. And
Nope.
I have to ask you, Richard,
Yep.
if Spike were to find the 3rd proof soon, would he be able to confront the final bosses yet? Is he powerful
he
enough?
would need to go through these bosses still. Yeah, both players are powerful enough. They've leveled up to over level 40 here. So they're doing pretty well in that regard. Casa hasn't found Reflect yet, which is actually a little bit of a pain point for Casa, but I'm sure he's going to be able to find Reflect soon.
Where did Spike find it again, as a reminder for everyone?
That's a great question. I'm going to look up right now. Beast Castle. Beast Castle is where he got his Reflect. So if Casa decides to go there at some point, then we'll see Casa getting a Reflect.
I think it's only a matter of time before Casa goes there. I mean, it is one of the beginning stages, so I'm sure soon we'll see that.
Yeah, it's definitely about check density here and them trying to just figure out the spots where they can get most of the checks.
Yeah. Alright, we can bring them both back if you'd like.
Yep. Now you're back.
Yo, welcome back. How's the race so far?
Oh, it's going.
Yeah, it's going. That's a good way to put it.
It's going. And
This fight does not look easy.
oh, because I have no idea if you're talking about myself or Casa.
Well, kind of both, really. I mean, both of them I'm not a big fan of.
Fair enough.
Wow, there's the last summon.
Ah,
We got a whole set of Pokemon.
you got a Chonk and Lottle.
Chonk and Lottle, everyone. Yeah, let's
Or
go.
as
We'll
the
do that.
joke that's been going around because of Genshin Impact right now, he's emergency food.
Dude, so that game just is Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah, basically.
But it's anime.
But it's anime, and there's also like actual party members and elemental stuff you gotta know.
Uh-huh.
But it's
I was
fun.
gonna say, I've never cared if a game is like a copy of another one, as long as it takes it and does like some stuff different, and it's just genuinely very good. From
Oh,
what
yeah.
I've heard from everybody, they're like, nah, that game is pretty baller.
It's baller. I love it. Alright, move back.
So I'm gonna try to loop this guy right here. Yeah, this magic I'm using is pretty good.
Alright, so we're about 10 minutes away from our next break, just so y'all know.
All right, sounds good. And now we're going to utilize this to stun lock him. It's just the way he falls to the ground. Oh, I didn't have to do it anymore. I could just kill him. All right, cool.
Kill.
Kill. Fatality.
Finish him.
You got beaten by a dude in tights. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what that does. All right, Chad, this is where I like to see how bad is Ultima Weapon. Real quick, let me equip this.
1-1.
Cool.
How bad is it, Spike?
It's a lot worse than what we've got. Costa, would you like to know how? Would you like to know?
I'm assuming
average?
it's 2-3.
It is. Well, it's the right number of stats. It's a 5-0 MP Hystera.
Yikes.
Yeah, so pretty forgettable. Honestly, I've seen a lot worse Ultima weapons than that.
Yeah, I've seen 0-1.
Yeah. Do you about to say you mess around with different settings? Do you ever really do boosted Keyblade stats or anything?
What does that mean?
That's where it boosts the Keyblade stats. No, it makes it to where like they can go above 7-7 and get all the way up to like 10-10 even.
Oh, I don't think I've done that. No.
Yeah, I actually tend to like. Let's get you out here. A secondary usage for Stitch is he'll actually deflect projectiles. Oh my gosh, that's such a good one. I'm going to put that on right away. Oh, there's that. Wait, so how much intel do I have? Do I know where everything is? Is there nothing left in the seed? Nah, there's plenty of stuff left in the seed. Let's put... Oh, this nerd is about to get destroyed. So normally I don't know, Kaza, do you find like every seed you end up pumping levels and getting big stats? Or do you kind of roll with different ones sometimes?
I just go through, and sometimes if I level, but I try not to. Unless the game tells me to. Like, my favorite thing to see is Sora's heart is a heartless choice. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, I know. Then I'm like, okay. Because stopping to grind feels bad. This is one of the rare cases where I was like, okay. They gave us double EXP boost. I'm going to go for every, like, usage of a magic. I'll get a level. That sounds fine. Because, again, it's a lot more than stats. That's 23 checks along the way, which, by the way, just to update that on stream real quick, my bad.
By the way, did you like my bait?
Your beep? What?
My bait.
Oh, your bait. Oh, for Beast Castle?
No, to get you to level up.
Oh, you jerk.
Oh, okay. It was good. Because I didn't lie, I found something on it.
Okay, that's what it was. I was like, are you... Are you confused? God, you're probably so good at Among Us. Have you played with nukes?
I haven't played with nukes yet.
God. You are savage, my friend. Absolutely. All right. So that is now prepped all the way up. I now must go find more proofs. We need more proofs, chat. More of them. In fact, what am I doing? Can't do that. I think actually, how can I?
Oh, hey, more fire.
More fire. Okay, I think this is a little awkward where we're sitting. Little awkward. Let's make this work.
How so?
So there is one dense location where we can play for certain. There's some. I'm gonna go back over here. We gotta go back over here. Okay. Let's just do this a lot. This is not something I like to do, but I feel like this is the strongest play right now. There is a lot of things on a certain thing that we can level up a lot, and we're just gonna go do all that. Sure, why not? So we're gonna go over here first.
So apparently the proof is in the pudding. Thanks, chat. I appreciate that.
That's pretty good. All right. So I'm going to go level this up real quick. Yeah, this is generally a really good place to level up a number of things. Where could this be? So I have intel.
Oh, hey, hidden dragon.
It's probably somewhere you haven't looked yet, Spike.
Oh, fine. I'll go there then. Oh, that is fine. Sure, we'll work with that. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to utilize this.
Oh, guard.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Very cool. Alright, all that. Thank you.
This is interesting, Spike.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't even know this is like a thing in the game. Alright, get over here. Don't go up in the air. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Casa also in a pretty awesome spot right now.
One more, boys. One more. That's all I need. What the? What with the what? Let's step outside and heal real quick. I don't want to lose all that. Back in we go.
So, like, what is this form?
Okay.
What are the forms in general? Like, what are the level caps for each form? I can ask.
So
that.
all of them can go maximum up to level 7. It's kind of funky how it works, and it's how it is in the base game as well, where when you have one form, you can only get that form up to level 3. As soon as you have two forms, you can move both of those to level 4. 3 forms, all 3 of those to 5, to 6, to 7 for 4 and 5 forms, respectively. So yeah, that's how we're able to get them that high. And each of those levels from 2 to 7 for each of them will have a check. So we are, based on some intel, we're just going to pump those up a little bit and see what happens. Hit me. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, wait a minute. What? Yeah, just a minute. Boom. Okay, yeah, we're still gonna do this. Oh, that is not the magic I want in that slot. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. And all of the different forms level up from different things. So, like, final form levels up every time you kill a nobody, which are these, like, gray or more, I guess, white-based enemies that are generally more in the late part of the game, but also the beginning of the game. I don't know. They're all over the place. Valor form levels up every time you just deal a hit to anything. Okay, very cool. Wisdom form levels up every time you kill a Heartless, like so on and so forth.
Are we good to go on a break soon?
Un momento.
Okay. Yep, just let me know. We can be flexible on that. Want to make sure you both are in a comfortable spot to take a break. I don't want it to be like during an intense thing.
Yeah, I'm effectively grinding, so we'll leave that up to Casa.
All right, I'm good to go.
You're good to go? All right, feel free to count back down, and we'll go into a break.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and break.
All right, awesome. So we are going to have our next act of this lovely race coming up soon. However, remember, folks, Random Number Generation and GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. And also, remember, you can learn about all of our shows and submit your runs or ideas at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. Thank you to everyone who submitted ideas for the Hotfix show spot opening up in November. Stay tuned over the coming months to see what that new show will be. And with that, again, this is a long race, folks. Everybody get up, stretch, and hydrate, and we'll be right back with Random Number Generation. Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I'm Skybilz, your host, and here I have Spike, Vegeta, and Casa here. We're racing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer. It's a pretty good race so far. A lot of twists and turns here. Are you all ready to go and resume the race?
Yes.
All right, let's
do it.
All right, Spike, your turn.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow, that was sudden.
I think I was here, sure. This should get me the next level I'm looking for. I cheated a little bit while we were on break. I was like, let me look at my status screen.
Well, that's fine. Ooh. There's the second glide.
So, Spike, you just found something.
Yeah, I might have found the proverbial go mode. I've got all 3 keys to this place, so now I just need to analyze, make sure I have the exact build I want going in. Probably going to use that a little bit. Yeah, we didn't find a lot of great combo modifiers. Stuff like slide dash, explosion, horizontal slash, that all eludes us. So I'm running through before I run in and screw myself. We should have more than enough stuff to get through. We are very high level. So from raw stats, we should be good to go. Customize, make sure I've got the good stuff here. Thundaga there, Ether's on. Do I even care about the magnet? I'm actually not going to bother with the magnet there and leave Ethers on. And so now I go to the final battles.
All right, good luck.
Spike, what did you think about that final location?
We had a hint that dry forms had 4 important checks, and that was the first one we found. Wow. They're all like super deep levels, or they're just on Valor form. Valor form itself is kind of a drag because it's just hitting things a lot. We pump that up to ×5 and it still takes forever. So yeah, I was pretty surprised we had to grind that much to see one of them, and I guess it was the one. We had to go into core for another one of them. The Cavern of Remembrance, that exclusive dungeon to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. It was pretty cool. People got to see that mob fight in there. That mob fight sucks, but when you actually execute it, it's very, very... When you beat it, it's a feeling of jubilation. And now everybody in chat gets to see Baby Magnet and how it's not very good. That's why I didn't bother customizing it.
Now we'll bring coffee.
I mainly... Okay, cool.
Welcome back, Costa.
Well, thank you.
Let's pop one of these. We do have enough. Do I have 2 or 3 finishing pluses now? I might have 3. Whoa. Had to get away from that. This is the feeling of Baby Magnet.
Baby Magnet.
Have you found a better magnet than this? Because this
Not
one
yet.
sucks.
Not
Okay.
yet.
All right, give me some intel whenever you find one.
It's probably in the very last torn page.
What do I want to do? Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to go back to Zeus, what we've been since the beginning of the seed. Yeah, Want to watch out here. Because these things are pretty good at killing you. That should be all of them. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful snipe. That was absolutely disgusting. So I do want to be very careful here and keep up Reflect whenever I can.
Reflect, that thing I don't have.
Dude, it's pretty nice. You should go check it out.
I'm trying, my man. It's too expensive.
Oh. Played that incorrectly. Oh, okay. Well, it's all right. My dude's just going to keep me nice and
Oh,
healthy.
there's Reflect. Hi.
Yo, nice. How's it feel? Now, where did I find that? I only
you
have
scan too, don't you?
Oh, I have scanned, yes. Oh, that's right. That's where we found it. So you did. Okay. So you went into Beast Castle early and then left.
I never went to Beast Castle.
What?
That's why.
Oh, you dirty imposter, you.
I told you, I was playing with your mind.
Oh, you played with it pretty well. You had me convinced. I was like, man. So wait, how did you know I had Flash, Step, and Glide right next to each other?
I just guessed.
What? What? What?
This is
It's
why I like
Casa.
having. This is why the runners need to be in the chat. So you don't get this normally if we have.
Oh
everyone
my
mute
god.
outside.
I like this. I like Randomizer on call. A new series will run. We're giving away stuff, but we're also lying our butts off. Love it.
Oh,
God, that's pretty hilarious. Yeah, so our magic stat's pretty stupid right now, so that little baby Reflect. I could be wrong about this. I feel like Reflect does the same amount of damage. It just has a higher radius or a larger, like, radius.
yes, that's the same.
It is the same, okay.
Yeah, there's no multiplier. It's just the range.
Yeah. Which can still be frustrating for some of these fights, like the next one I got coming up, where you got little baby Reflect. You kind of got to move it into their hitbox.
Mm-hmm. Like Xemnas, armor Xemnas, and all
Yeah,
those things.
Xemnas. Oh my god, that did so much damage. So, Chad, that was a bar. Baby Reflect made it go away. Reflect started off like in the original Kingdom Hearts 2. It didn't, like, for the KH2J version, it didn't do much damage. And then they buffed it in English, and they were like, no, more powerful. And then they made it stupid big in Final Mix. This right here, one of my favorite strats in the game, this little dance you do.
That felt so good.
Yo, nice, Casa.
If you want to know, Spike, I killed the little thresholder thing before Darkthorn, before it even got to the window.
Very nice. Let's...
That's not what I want to do.
Close. You know what? I'm gonna take the death. I'm gonna take the death. We're gonna do that one more time. Oh, I mismenued very slightly.
It.
Ah, the joys of baby reflect.
Why do you vanish?
Dad, show yourself.
I don't know if I can get this to work. Here, drop out of it. Ooh, this is not gonna work. There it is, we got it. GG.
Wait, you got the third one?
No, I killed Final Zemus.
Oh, I was like, damn. Okay, have fun.
Yo, get your GGs out for Spike Vegeta, folks.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I had time to fit in that Thundaga. Oh my god. How many of the proofs do you have?
I still have 0.
So yeah, I was like, those are some awkward spots. The 2 of them, and I think one of them you might have metagamed away from.
Wait, you actually beat the game?
Yeah, I beat the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a short seed.
Oh, okay. Well then, GG.
GG. There's so did you never go to Pride Lands?
I died, so I left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the first proof we got relatively early on. Where would you guess the other 2 are?
One of them is probably in Halloween Town.
No, I only found one thing in Halloween Town. I found a couple of torn pages.
Oh, then it's in frickin', oh my god. It's in 100 Acre, isn't it?
No, it's not an 100-acre wood. I never found anything good there.
Just 2 important checks there, apparently.
Yeah, saw that. Didn't go back. I almost wanted to do it just to show how goofy the minigame looks, but yeah.
Alright, well, I think we can call it there then.
It's
So
totally
where
up
were
to
they?
you if you want to finish or not, Casa.
That's all good. If it was a short seed, we could actually, like, if you wanted to, move on to, like, a co-op one real quick.
That sounds interesting since this ran short. Hang on, just give me a sec. Keep talking for a sec.
All right.
But yeah, where were they?
One was in core, actually right before the first fight.
Okay.
Yeah, it was literally the chest right before you go into the first fight. And the other one, so did you ever get the report that dry forms have 4 important checks?
Nope.
Yeah, that was also in Hollow Bastion. And final form level 6.
Oh, I can do that right now, too.
Yeah, did you? I got it all the way to level 5.
Okay, then I'll go beat the game.
Right, I know, I was like... honestly, you could go get those very quickly. I think we should just do that. I don't know how long the co-op would run. I actually have some other
Yeah, the
things
co-op would run pretty long. I would say, unless Casa really doesn't want to finish, maybe...
I know where they are,
maybe
so I can
pick-
finish.
Yeah,
Sorry?
dude, go get them.
They're
Yeah.
in easy spots.
Yeah, they'll take you like 10 seconds to pick up both of them. You're probably already like final level 5. We
I'm
just
final
got
level 5, yeah.
Yeah. Do you? Let's see here.
I need a 4th form, I think. Yeah.
Did you? I'm trying to think which ones you don't have.
Limit form
Oh,
Dr. Roxas, isn't it?
yeah. So limit form is in Hollow Bastion. So you should go to Hollow Bastion, get the proof of connection in the core, and then limit form you can get after the dancers fight. You just have to backtrack for those 2 chests, and one of them had limit form.
That's unfortunate. Because I was going to do Pride Lands, so I was like, I'll come back later. And then I never did.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I wonder if he met it, because that was when I asked you, oh, what level Thunder do you have? That's where Thundaga was. So it was literally like 1 minute into the seed. We had Thundaga with Thunder Boost.
That's Wow, that is Lamau. No wonder
Yeah.
you were saying you were Zeus.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just going to blow everything up with Thundaga. I unnecessarily did the first core fight, and it was terrifying.
The thing that that I was laughing at was the it was what final form level 6 that the one group was attached to. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's so here's the funny part, Casa. You haven't found anything important on drive forms, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, well we got fire.
That was I think
that
it
was
was
final level 2.
I thought fire was on levels.
All I know is I got level 2 of that, and then boom. All right.
Yep, fire was on levels. There was fire,
Okay.
final form, the report, and wisdom on levels. Those were the 4
I did
important
forget
checks.
about wisdom.
What were the 4 that were on drive forms? That's what I want to know. Because I thought the only one I found was proof of peace on level 6.
I need to look up one of the reports said that there was an important item in Simulated Twilight Town. I actually didn't look up to see what that item was.
Yeah, that was I found that report in Pride Lands very early, and I was like, all right, never going there. Hopefully that's not a proof.
So on forms, there was obviously the proof of peace was on final level 6. Blizzard was on limit level 6.
Oh god.
And then Magnet was on wisdom level 6. And Reflect was on wisdom level 7.
Oh my god.
No magic for you guys, none.
I know, because that was the one thing. I was looking over at my important checks left, had obviously all the drives, all the summons. 9 of the 10 things we have left are all magics. I've got level 1 fire, level 1 blizzard, level 1 reflect, level 1 magnet. I didn't even bother hotkeying the baby magnet. I was like, all right.
Well, yeah, I still have to fight all the final fights, boo. Like Roxas, Igmar,
right.
Luxor, Tsayix.
Yeah, you literally... So again, the fact that you don't just need limit form to get limit form level 6 chat. I'm opening up chat now, just bring it up. You didn't need limit form. You don't just need limit form. You need all but at most one of the forms to get that. And that's everything was level 6 and up. So I ended up finding all the forms. Master form is literally right before Xemnas 1. So that's why that's probably not the one. You go snag. Yeah, you can just grab the proof of connection here. Pride Lands, I'm trying to remember. I want to say it's on the way to Simba. I forget which chest it is. I want to say it's in that curvy valley on the way to the jungle.
Yeah, it's like the second to last or the last chest in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to weird places, and I also cleared some worlds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played to my density. I thought the reports were really strong this seed, so that definitely helped.
Oh. And that did MP.
It was the curvy path bullshock. Okay, cool. I liked having a money pouch early on. There was one of the mechanics we didn't talk about, but money pouches are nice because they just put 5,000 money into your inventory. And yes, everyone who doesn't play Kingdom Hearts, money is canonically what it's called in this game.
5,000 money.
Money. And that's enough. I'll go buy a stack of 30 ethers right at the start just so I don't have to stress about it the rest of the game. So I was just chunking ethers left and right. Yeah, I believe Limit Form was the first chest in these little 2. For their first run through the randomizer, I always, and Sky, Richard, you both have done a lot of randomizers. Okay, this is the second one. Mm-hmm. You both have done a lot of randomizers. For stuff that's very check-based as opposed to stuff like SMB3 or something, I always say go download Emo Tracker, download a map tracker. There's actually a ton of different map trackers for this game. I use 3. But yeah, that'll just something to help you understand where all the checks are. And that can help you to just like know where everything is, have general strategies for like, all right, these are worlds I like to do. I like to push this world up to this point. Yeah. And then from there, like, as always with like speedrunning and randomizers, join the Discords.
Not just the Discords too. Find a friend to race with, even if you're both racing it for the first time. That's one of the best ways to do that because you both go through trial and error together.
Right. Yeah, you can help each other out because that can be, it can be definitely daunting. I always like to do stuff like that, and like Golden came up with a number of years back the 12-hour speedrun challenge where you have 12 hours to learn a game. I personally always like to do that with learn it with someone. And then like after 2 hours, now you like test each other. Okay, who learned it better over the course of 12 hours? Yeah, it's definitely fun to do that with randomizers.
I mean, even our shows on Thursdays, the first step, which Spike might know a thing or two about, you know, learning with somebody else just in general is fun. I would recommend it.
Costa, now that I get to see the webcam, I love your hat.
Oh, thank you. It's really comfy too. And underneath it has the poster that everyone has.
Oh, is that them all? That's the final mix cover on the bottom of the bill. That's so cool. If I could wear hats, I would get that. I mean, I can. It's got to be like a sombrero at this point, but
Get me out of
I
here.
haven't cut my hair in months, dude. 2020 is not good for it.
There's the proof.
See, at this point, if I were looking at my proofs, you know where I would have gone? Tara.
Oh, God.
Nah.
Just been convinced he had it. I have not had Tara have a proof yet.
It's happened to me 4 times.
Oh, my God. I've had Data Zemnis have one. So we didn't get to see any of them tonight, chat. The proofs were in relatively chill locations as far as like what we had to play towards, like in terms of like fights to overcome. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think randomizers, what they do really well from a competition standpoint, it almost makes speedrunning more like poker, where if you're the better player, you're still going to win 80% of your matches. But 20% of the time, oh, it's so nice coming here at level 51. Oh my God. That was cathartic watching you blow those two up. Oh my God.
In one combo, it's like, bye-bye.
Yeah, that's such a scary
Can I just go here? No, I can't. Well, yeah, I can. I have dash. No, I can't. They have to play the cutscene. To jump over the cliff.
Yeah, it makes it to where like anybody theoretically can win if like, you know, like Costa was saying, like he was trying to go for like the big brain strats. And Costa and I are like the same skill level, so don't misinterpret the way I'm bringing it up right there.
Yeah.
It just happened to work out where the 3 proofs were on the locations I went to, and Costa, we probably checked a similar number of total locations, but it's also testing your ability of like knowing how to get through fights and everything. I definitely had some struggles on fights here and there. Yeah, this was a fun seed. They cranked out a final level 6 seed for us. All right. At least we had a report.
Oh, we get to see the other Roxas cheese today, by the way.
Nice. I'm looking forward.
You did yours, I'll do mine.
Yeah, I did the Gouda cheese.
The quick run one?
I did the quick run. Yep. Right. And they're randomized. They're not like, there isn't an exact copy of like Ultima Weapon in the game. Yeah, it's either this one or the next chest. I forget which one. Was it this one? There it is. Yep. But like, yeah, just all Keyblade stats again. You can roll a Keyblade whose stats are literally 0-0 with like a terrible ability. You could roll something that's a 7-7 that's god tier. 3 proofs in the bag.
All me. I don't know what you're talking about. All right.
Did you feel like you were relatively close to checking any of those? What were your next plays you were thinking about?
So if it wasn't in Halloween Town, I would have went to Pride Lands, and then I was gonna go do Core anyway because I had Stitch.
Right.
As for Final, if I would found Limit Form, which would have been on the way to Core, I probably would have leveled that too.
Nice.
Because just having that level to fight Zigbar is really good.
Yeah, it feels really good. Yeah, I Berserk charged Final level 5'd him. Level 6, you can probably do similar. You had Seeds with a 0-1 once more. Yeah, that's the worst part, is when your favorite abilities are stuck on really bad Keyblades. Because you can roll with them, but it feels bad giving up all that in stats.
Get that elixir for when I fight Zigbar.
I can't wait to see this Raxus fight.
I'm about to say, show me what you got. Show me what you
Wait,
got.
what? Wait, what?
Oh no, is the customize screwed up?
No, that was fine. It's just for some reason the jump came out late.
Ah. Yeah, it looked like it kind of weirdly anti-buffered it. We might not be playing this on original console.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I
Uh,
was thinking a little funky.
I'm gonna blame the controller. It definitely wasn't the console.
Yes. 0-0 aerial recovery. Yep. And there's only one aerial recovery in the pool. So if you get stuck on a Keyblade, you're never getting it. You will have to either ride with that Keyblade or just not have that basic mechanic. Oh, I've already brought it up, Derpy. Yeah. The Data Zemnis seed. Oh, baby. I still have never done this, Cheese. Let's go. Let's go.
Look at that damage.
Chunking off health. So everybody's wondering what's happening right here. He has double negative combo on. So what that means is he only has the aerial finish. And the way this basic aerial finish works is it knocks him into the ground, constantly resetting. Nice first try, we'll call it. Good stuff.
Yo.
Yeah, and that's not as easy as it looks. Your spacing actually has to be pretty precise for you to not whiff that. And Follow the Wind is not the longest Keyblade to help you out with that. So that was actually really well done by Casa.
Yeehaw.
I feel like I never have double negative combo, so I never get to go for that.
Speaking of which, there we go.
Yeah, so I would take those off now. But yeah, for whatever reason, because of how that knocks Roxas into the ground, it's constantly resetting his stagger animation, so he isn't able to get out of it. That's actually a very common cheese to take out the hardest super boss in this entire game, Terra or Lingering Will.
Cosmic Belt.
The one and only. Oh no, you got all those accessory slots.
All right, so for those who don't know, Cosmic Belt, there it is, 6 defense, much better than 4.
Yeah, big pump in defense there. Help you out just a little bit here on the final fights. Critical mode can be very difficult, obviously, in many ways. It also gates your health. You can only get up to 60 HP total. So, Casa's probably sitting around 40 or so right now.
HP?
Yeah.
I have 24.
Oh, 24? Okay, I am terrible at being able to tell where those are.
What's in here? Okay.
24, baby. All right, there's the confirmation. 58 magic. That's... I almost wanted to make an ESPN reference and be like, those are video game numbers, but we're literally playing a video game.
No, really?
Nah, but really? For
I like
sure.
video games.
Video games are great. Everyone in chat, type your
Do you see how many
favorite
item
video
slots I have?
Yeah.
I know, you are stacked. Oh my god. It sucks having 3 accessory slots and nothing good to put in any of them.
Yeah.
You're like, let's go, lucky ring. All right.
Lucky ring.
I found a Cosmic Arts. I don't remember where it was. You'll get a full bloom on the way up to Xemnas, though.
More strength, I'll take that.
Ow. Pump 3 more strength.
Gotcha now.
Alright, this is where it happens.
Little sneak.
Yeah, so standard here for Xigbar, you actually want to let him do his first 3 attacks so that he'll actually stagger properly, as opposed to attacking him in the middle and he'll usually just teleport away. Xigbar, like I said, probably the hardest fight in just the standard campaign of this run. And these rooms can obviously be very awkward. Nice, those air combo boosts, boosting each of Kasa's aerial finishers right there. So you can see big chunks coming out.
Okay, I need to take something off, because that's what ruined that. All right.
Yeah, it makes for like 25 or so total Keyblades in the game. Am I so far behind? I refreshed the stream. Yeah, I just paused and refreshed here. Let me give a whole...
Yeah, you can watch the screen share.
Oh, we got a screen share going.
Yeah, are you on the actual stream, Spike?
Yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm trying to give... Yeah, you know, it's fine. Y'all out here judging. I forgot we even had a screen share. I was like, yeah, I'm behind. I get it.
Just to peel back the curtain a bit for the audience, that's just what we needed to do so that their voices would line up with their gameplay. Now that Spike's not playing, there is, you know, a little bit of delay that since he has gotta watch this screen share. But what Kasa says will happen when Kasa plays, so...
Kasa going for an alternative combo here on Xigbar, which is very sick that I need to still learn how to do, where you actually utilize Spyraga going to the ground, resetting your combo, and then you can pop back up and continue the combo going. So Xigbar is definitely at a pretty dangerous HP value right now, just over 2 bars of health. Just over 1. Very nice usage of the elixir right there. Might be able to get him in a loop right now. Ooh, very nicely done, Kasa. Heck,
DM list, DM list, what's up?
Yo.
What's up?
I hope y'all liked my Firaga combo.
Yeah, that Firaga combo is so sexy. I love it. I'm still not going to do it. I'm bad at it.
On the note of the runners, by the way, y'all, please feel free to plug yourselves. We haven't done that yet due to the non-stop action here. So please plug yourself, let people know where they can find you, and what else you do as well.
I run a weird game called Super James Pond. It's a platformer from the Super NES.
Dude, that game's legit. I love that game. I was so excited when I saw you pick that up like 2 or 3 years ago. I was like, yes, that game is great. Did you play it as a child? Did you play it for the Genesis?
I didn't. Fanta and Muncha brought it to my attention, and we were all supposed to learn it, and only I did.
And only you did. It's pretty fun. I remember when Robo Sparkle used to run it back in the day, and I was like, there are now 2 runners. Let's go, dude.
Yeah. There could be 3. Looks at you.
There could be 3. I've never picked up a Genesis game. Sky, did you ever run a Genesis game?
Genesis? I believe I ran the original Power Rangers, the movie on
Genesis.
Yes! Wrong
but
console.
That's it.
Super Nintendo.
No. There's a Power Rangers for Genesis.
I ran it for both of them. Yeah, the Genesis.
Oh, you guys are talking
one
about
was
Power Rangers. I'm
very
talking about
short-lived.
Super James Pond.
Yeah.
Wait, what games were you guys talking? I'm so confused.
Well, Spike was talking about Genesis games, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't Super James Pond a Genesis game?
No, it's a Super Nintendo game. That's why it's called Super James Bond.
Wait.
Oh.
Hold up. Speedrun.com. Give me the deets. He's fighting Luxord right now. He has cards. This is more important. Super James Pond. Maybe there's like a James Pond franchise.
There is, yeah. Come on.
Yep, there it is. Yo, my boy, it's Casa with the world record in any percent. At 30 minutes and 21 seconds. All Super James Pond fans in chat, sound off, type 1 if you know what we're talking about. Let's see here. I thought there was a series. There's gotta be, yes. There's a Game Boy version of this game? I didn't even know there was a SNES version.
All right, come on, you.
Yeah, there's just like a James Pond. There's a Genesis game. That was the one I was thinking of. I did not know there was a Super James Pond. Doesn't matter. Woo! Ooh, those cards coming in. Ooh, that attack is extremely deadly. That attack will kill you on literally beginner. Costa doing a good job of avoiding all these attacks, trying to wipe away those cards, get rid of the ads right now. Trying to work Luxord's time gauge down to about 10% left. That's when the DM will come in.
Welcome to Critical, my friends.
Welcome to Critical.
All right, I can do this better this time. No, come on. There you go. I don't know why I thought I had to interact to go in. I blame the Garden of Assemblage.
The first to run out of time is the loser.
All right.
Oh, for you wanting to check which grave. Yeah.
Oh, I did that perfect.
Yeah, nice job. Controlling that dice is actually the hardest part of this entire video game. Yeah. Yeah, that attack is absolutely brutal.
But my dice.
But the dice was pretty legit. I'll watch you do that dice again.
Let's see if I can do that again.
It's weird how you have to like place the dice and then keep in neutral with it in order to keep it bouncing on top of Luxord. It's legitimately so hard to do. You could pump 10,000 hours into just moving this dice. So we got cards. We're here on Random Number Generator. Sky, you're in the call. I hope you're doing well. I gotta ask you, what are other random number generator things you would like to see? What are randomizers that pique your interest to have on this show in the future? And maybe just something you want to play.
We're here for the dice practice.
It's all for the dice practice. This guy has possibly walked away from the thing, so it's cool. Chat, what are other randomizers that you would like to see showcased here on the GDQ Hotfix on Random Number Generation?
Get over here.
Super Mario RPG randomizer. I'm about to play my first one of those. I certainly love Mario RPG, and I always heard really good things about it. Heard they did a lot of development for it. KH1. Yeah, Sky brought that up. It would be cool if they could figure out something for KH1 Rando. A lot of times with randomizers, obviously they're very heavy mods of the games, obviously. So you got to figure out how to like balance them somewhat to where they do make a naturally fun rando.
Okay.
Super Mario RPG, by the way, has been on Random Number Generation many months ago, but it was actually pretty cool because something happened in the randomizer and they had to fix it on the spot, so that was pretty cool.
Wow!
You can check those VODs out on Games Done Quick, it's the YouTube channel, youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick.
Yeah, I want to give a shout outs to Sky, Richard, Hobbs, Keys, like the rest of the crew up here. I think it's really cool that GDQ just has a lot more year-round content with all these hotfix shows and everything, and they're very interesting ideas. Nice reflect on that frontal attack from Luxord. Good job.
Speaking of year-round content, you can go to twitch.tv/SpikeVegeta, where he streams most days.
Oh yeah, I guess we were like, let's play both of us. Oh, James Pond. Let's talk about that. Wait, it's a Game Boy game? What?
No, it's a Super Nintendo game, and I'm so sorry. I was just up for a second stretching.
Nah,
So,
you're good.
in terms of randomizers, notice that we've been on the air for about a year or so with this show. I haven't played yet. There's a reason for that. I'm waiting to see if I can get a good crew for Zelda 1 Randomizer or Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer. Those are the two that I typically play. There's also, I don't know if you want to count Super Mario Brothers 35 as a randomizer, but I have been very much enjoying that lately.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I'm
I
almost
wanna-
like. I'm wondering like how you guys could feature that
Oh.
somehow in here.
There's the
I
other
know
woman.
45 people offered it for AGDQ. Also, Chalk and Little.
Chonk and Loddle.
Off actually offered it as well with I Eat Your Pie and a couple of other people. I think Cosmic may have been on there too.
Yeah, I think
But,
Costa gave me like ADEF or someone. Yeah, it was cool.
What you do is you have everybody playing at the same time. Now they can't necessarily be on the same game unless, luck, RNGs, etc. But what you could do is you could set a certain amount of time and see how many games they could win in that allotted time. That's one thought I had.
No, I think that's fair. Almost gives it like a bit of a Fall Guys competitive feel to it.
Oh, absolutely. No, the closest thing I could think of to it is it is a lot like Mario 3 Randomizer without all the overworld elements added in.
Yeah, yeah, it could have easily been just like a throwaway, little like free game, but like, I don't know, I like how it jumps immediately from one level to another. There was a lot of balance stuff that they thought about. I don't know. I think it looks very fun. Very envious of the people playing it right now. Looks pretty cool.
And in terms of Zooter, Spike will be back next month with our friend Fant TV doing some Zooter on November 3rd. So if you are waiting for Zooter, there will be Zooter then, I assure you. I just want to decide, because allegedly Mario 35 is only out for a limited time. I'm going to try and see if I can get that into a random number generation as soon as possible as well. I already have some people in mind that I'm going to talk to very soon about that. Some people might want me to play. I'll be honest, I don't know if I could host and play at the same time. When I start playing, if you've ever seen the look on my face when I play, I am so focused. I can't even hear like things around me when I'm playing. I'm like very much in
I know
the
that
zone
feeling
when
very
I
well.
play. I really like seeing Kasa's strats here for these fights.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm showing off the Peter Pan strats right here, same I did from earlier.
So, Kasa, you got any rusty speedruns? When you get a second, don't worry about it if you're in the heat of battle here.
Yeah, that would be... Uh-oh. Alright, come on. That would be Nier Automata glitchless.
Ooh. Oh, I want to see it.
You want to see that? I'd have to have Spike in the Peanut Gallery if that was ever an episode. We definitely need Peanut Gallery people.
I didn't have to do that. I still need to play the game, but I watched Casa famously speedrun the game and also maybe eject a disc at some point.
We don't know, God.
I gotta bring it up. So the thing about this Peter Pan combo is that it's very easy to drop it at some point. 1 health left. He's just got to get through this DM phase right here. Nice going up, being aggressive with the double guard, pulling back, letting him do his attack, go in as soon as that RC gets going. And now he should be able to pop a thunder or anything. And bada bing, bada boom. Yo, shout outs to the bottom right corner. Oh, that's screwed.
Oh, look, Ultima! I just want to see how notoriously bad this is.
It's not bad.
Oh, no!
It's very, like, forgettable.
forgettable as in I've already tossed it.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you could just like throw Keyblades in this game, it'd be great. Like,
Yeah.
nope, don't like it. Get out of here.
All right, we can finish the game because every other boss is easy.
Again, a little bit of a reminder here to remember to follow Casa. That's twitch.tv/it's Casa and Spike Vegeta, twitch.tv/Spike Vegeta. Be sure to give both of these runners some love. They're fantastic. And also, you kind of have me sold there on that Super James Pond, which is totally for the Super Nintendo, might
Yes.
I add there.
There is a Genesis version, I swear.
But I'm pretty sure it's not called Super James Bond.
Oh, one of each chest has a full bloom if you want it.
Oh, I do want it. It's probably
Yeah,
this
I think
one.
it was either the second or the third
Oh,
one.
Master Form. Hi.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a funny place for you to be.
No, you're not full bloom. That must be you.
I can't wait to tell you I was lying, and it's none of these chests.
That would be funny. If that got me killed, you'd be like,
I
ha,
just realized what Richard did.
Oh, you just now realized?
What did Richard do?
Dang it, Richard.
Do I have to look at Discord?
That threw me off guard for a second. I'm like, wait, that's not Sora. Richard is the best.
God, I wish we were all using our webcams and like Richard and Sky could be Donald and Riku right now. So we're just like all sitting here watching Casa play. Like we're just like Max chilling, playing Randomizer.
What did he do?
All right, Zemnis won.
I'm wondering now.
No, actually, we would receive
I had to make sure I'm
some...
positioned right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. We had received some very nice comments on our YouTube about the last episode of Mercy Kill, where again, it was Hobbs playing Kingdom Hearts 1, and the gummy ship had Hobbs's face on the back of it, and where Hobbs was shooting, they put a picture of Keyser on there, and that got a lot of compliments on our YouTube there at youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. So we appreciate the positive comments there. And I guess Richard returns with the sequel here of having Spike being Cass's life bar.
Oh.
That's pretty good. I like the theming. So yeah, Zemnis likes to teleport around. We're going to be trying to utilize Reflect throughout most of this. Again, Baby Reflect does make this a little bit harder if you don't let him get right up on top of you. He also has access to Limit Form, so he can utilize that if he wants to for the last bit. But probably the biggest thing he wants to go for is just push him to about 1 health bar of damage left in his reserve, and that'll make him go back up the building, and then Casa can finish him off easily there. Nicely done into the Trinity limit chain. So going down to about 2.5 bars. Now into limit form.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Trying to get facing. Now once more Satum there at 1 HP.
Okay,
but
we're
now
good.
off the Ars Arcanum. Very well done. Yeah, and that'll get you the building, RC. Really good.
My heart. My heart.
Nah, yeah, that was really good surviving there.
Yo, nice.
I do need to wince every time Sora gets hit.
I do it too. I'm like, because in critical, it's like, am I dead?
Yeah. Like I've heard there's a bit of a webcam delay for me right now, so we'll see. Let me see if I time it for when you get. Yeah.
He doesn't get to touch the ground. That's not happening.
It is a little delayed on my end, Spike, but it's still pretty fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's big delay. Yeah. That's sick. Elven bandana off beating the penultimate boss.
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
Going into
Did I get more defense? Thank you.
Yeah, we'll always
still
take
have the
more
elixirs.
defense.
Why does Kingdom Hearts always have this horrible habit of just putting nothing but 50 bosses at the end of each game?
That's a Final Fantasy thing.
Oh, is that? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a JRPG thing in general. I don't know if either of you have ever played, anybody in chat, I know I've got some viewers in here, played Legend of Dragoon. I just did that for an incentive recently. Amazing
so
game.
So
yeah, I
good.
loved that game. That was very, very fun. Oh, yeah, that's right, Costa. You've come into my chat during it. The final boss, I first tried it. It took over an hour.
Oh my gosh.
You what now?
I got very lucky. People told me, I guess he's got all these like disgustingly big AoEs and everything. Yeah, that's
You
just
can
a
literally
JRPG
obliterate a
thing
character
we're
just by just touching them and inflict insta-death.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got pretty stupidly lucky. But yeah, I was like, first try took over an hour, and I don't think I was doing it necessarily slowly. Like you can always have better builds, I'm sure, but it tells you something when I guess the speed run. It takes like 20 minutes to kill him. I was like, that's 20 minutes to deplete 1 health bar. Yeah, if you've never played Legend of Dragoon, it's very good.
Cool. Amateur JRPG final boss, only an hour. That's
Yeah,
great.
isn't it like, I remember chatting with Ghoul. We both go to the RPG Limit Break events that they've had every year. Sadly, I had to skip it this year, the event itself. But I remember we talked about it at one RPG Limit Break 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was the end of like a Lunar game, Lunar Silver Star or something, where like the final boss in the speed run, they know completely what they're doing, was 45 minutes long.
Oh,
I was like,
goodness.
oh my God, how long does that take casually? Volcano! I should not use Volcano that much because it was only like a 2-step DDR. As soon as I had stuff that was like 6 steps in the DDR, I did that.
I don't know how y'all speedrun long games either. Like, Evo Search for Eden was, that's long for me, and that's like 50 minutes. I mean, I guess I do speedrun All Stars, All Games Worthless, but like that doesn't feel long to me because they're a bunch of short Mario games.
Oh, really? That's funny because, like, and it's probably just like you're really good at 2D Mario, obviously. So like, it doesn't feel as exhausting. Like,
I join your
lots of
Moman
people-
races every year.
Yeah, you slay us every year. Yeah. No, you come in like, who's winning today, Spike or Pie? Sky's gonna win. It's either Sky or DP every race. Yeah, no, because you feel really good at that. Like, I think for a lot of people, like 2.5 hours worth of like of intense 2D platforming, like that's tough. That's a lot. Whereas like RPGs, like it's a lot more like menuing. There's plenty of downtime and whatnot. But yeah.
Am I gonna learn FFX? One of my friends speedruns FFX. No, that's like 10 hours and 7 minutes, and that's if you're good. No.
Yo, Richard runs it.
Yeah, Richard runs it too, that's true. 2 of my friends run it, that means.
Casual 10-hour speedrun. Oh, sick read by Casa on that audio cue of that building literally getting launched into Sora's face, getting the reflect off of it, that then protected him and chained the big reflect damage into the core. That was really good. 3 fights left for Casa. We got Armored 7 this one, keeping out Stitch. We're going to try to keep pumping physical attacks into him with waiting on these reflects, as each reflect is just like a casual bar of damage. It's pretty good.
What, folks? Shoutouts to Richard here. Look at this effort that Richard's putting in right now. This is why I love working with Richard. Okay?
What did he do to Stitch?
Stitch
know
grew
how-
up, bro, dude.
Casa knew right away. This is beautiful.
Well, he's the only thing that's beside my HP bar.
Yeah, Stitch helped a lot this seed. I still can't believe Stitch, Genie, and Peter Pan were all just having a tea party out in Twilight Town 1. That was great. Good job by Casa right there, actually getting some damage off, I believe. Actually, Baby Reflect is so hard.
I wonder where the other 2 were. Look, that is something I can look up.
I think one was said to be on like Fine or Wisdom level like 6.
Okay, so which one did you all find? The Beast Castle one,
Base
right?
Castle, yeah.
Okay, so another one, and I assume you can get them in any order, right?
Yeah, they're progressive.
Okay. Location, Absent Silhouette, Strength Beyond Strength, Lexius.
But 2.
We were never gonna get that one. We were never gonna get that
The
one.
other one you might have gotten. Form, Wisdom, level 7.
Okay. We would have had to level Wisdom all the way up. I think Wisdom ended at like level 5 for me.
That's mean. That's just mean.
I've totally done that where I'm like, all right, put up the reflect. Oh, I'm just supposed to get knocked out. Yeah, one more phase here in Armored Xemnas 2 for Casa. Super well executed fights here throughout the end game. Final Xemnas can be tough though. Casa's going to be trying to, at the beginning, go for that same reflect dance that I was able to do.
This fight looks laggy. Does it feel laggy to you, Casa?
Oh, it's okay.
That was like a bar and a quarter that baby reflect did.
Yeah.
50 magic will do that to you.
All right, here we go.
So
You got
immediately
this.
right here, Xemnas is going to try to hit you, 7 different ways to Sunday. You're going to try to reflect each of them right as he's on top of you. It's going to be harder with Baby Reflect because he has to let him actually get really, really close before putting it in. Nice. And a general bar of health that he wants to look for is he wants to get Xemnas just above like 4 bars of health. And then that's when he'll start going into his laser phase, and you can try to get him deep into that before he goes for the lasers. Alright, so him sitting just under 5 bars right now here in the middle of session. Nice. I like the dropping out of. Finish right there.
Uh-oh.
That'll work. Alright, we'll just have to survive through this. Oh, nice! That is very hard to get that opening reversal right there. Yes, this is really good survivability right here from Casa.
I did this on purpose, by the way.
Yeah, this is actually pretty swag. I like how you popped out a limit form right as that was hitting. It was routed in. It was planned. And now he'll immediately go into his lasers. So now it's going to be hard with Baby Reflect. He wants to try to time these very specifically so that they'll actually hit him. Nice hit 1 there. Gonna try to get him just under 1 bar of health.
I was trying to do laser skip, but that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I ended up missing it once and being like, I'm gonna take it to this. I want to try.
GG. Pretty much
GG,
perfect
my
fight.
dude.
GG.
I showed off a lot of swag in the end there.
Yeah, that was very, very cool. And I'm telling y'all, it is so hard to get that initial reversal off when you're just sitting there in limit form. For the most part, we just try to reflect it coming out of it. Yeah, the randomizer does a really good job of just like cutting down on the more tedious parts that don't really progress anything. No gummy missions, no Blue Eyes White Dragon fight before Armored Xemnas 2.
Come forward.
Oogie Boogie's 1 cycle instead of 3. That's good.
All right, do I let Riku kill him?
He'll take it if you don't get him within the first like second.
Let me know what the chat tells me.
Riku can still the kill. All right, chat. Yeah, who gets the kill, Sora or Riku?
Let's see.
It's like save or kill the animals, but it's just kill or kill.
Yep.
It's just who pulls the gun.
Riku. I'm getting
All right.
Riku here.
All right, putting my hands up. Just gonna leave him here. It's all you, Riku. You got this. Oh, he even healed
coming
me
in
before
with
he went.
a $10,000 donation for Riku. Get on, nerds. Oh, he healed you first. What a good friend. And he blocked his first like 4 shots. GG, Casa.
GG.
Yeah, we finished it. We might as well. Got to show off
we
some
did.
cool stuff.
Yeah, we had to fill the content till the 3.5
Honestly,
hour mark.
being able to do that Final Form 5 Raga combo on Zigbar and get DM-less in the same fight was great.
Yeah, that was very, very cool.
I hope you all enjoyed. I used Final Form 17 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is there anything else that y'all would like to say before we go to announcements and we go to our raid? I want to thank you both for being here again. Everyone, again, please follow It's Casa and Spike Vegeta both at their Twitch channels respectively. And go ahead, if there's anything else you would like to say about the game, anyone who was responsible for the randomizer, feel free to go for it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I want to thank pretty much the entire rando community, but mainly, honestly, the biggest shout out I would say it goes to Sonic's Shadow Silver 2.
Yes.
That man has been playing with rando for years. He created so many of these like challenge seeds and everything before we even had what we had today for people like Bizkit and Bloody Biz and all them. And he's just a phenomenal person to have in the community.
Yeah, absolutely huge shout outs to Sonic for being really like the main pioneer for making this a thing. I know he also likes to play stuff like Zooters. I believe he's played a little Dark Souls rando with us. Randomizers are a ton of fun, and Kingdom Hearts 2 deserved one. And it actually, at first I was hesitant how well this game would work for the randomizer. It works really well, and it's a ton of fun. More people should get into this. If you are a fan of Kingdom Hearts 2, you will fall in love with this randomizer. So shouts to It's Casa for racing with me. That was a blast. And shouts to Sky for having us on, both of us now for the second time. So that's cool.
Yes, thank you very much. I really enjoy being on here, and it's a lot of fun to be able to show off the randomizer.
Well, thank you both for getting here and doing an awesome job, both of you, with this randomizer. We're gonna have to do this again sometime. There has been requests for Atlantica, so I think the next time we do this again, we may have to have our Finny Fun in there next time. I'm just saying, this was a crowd request that I
make it a donation incentive. Let's do it. Raise money for future GDQs. We'll do it. All right.
Well, speaking of future content here, a few announcements. Again, folks, remember the GDQ Hotfix and Random Number Generation is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. Check out GDQ Hotfix VODs as well as past GDQ runs over on our YouTube. You can catch the other Kingdom Hearts run we had. We did have Casa in that run, so if you'd like to see more Casa, they are in the last episode of RNG. I would definitely recommend that episode as well. Subscribe to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick and feel free to tweet at us at GamesDoneQuick to tell us what you're interested in. Tomorrow, I will be here again. We have Mercy Kill at 7 p.m. Eastern, where we have Liz Star and Mega Man DOS and the Darkman 78 playing 46 Robot Masters. Y'all probably have known them by working for GDQ and for the Hotfix, so you will definitely want to catch that. Thursday, we will have the first step. We're going to have Spike back here with former Crash 3 world record holder Jay Hobbs facing off against TFS Crash Wrath of Cortex winner Kizaron facing off in Crash 4 at 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Who will win that? That's going to be very interesting. So I am still working on the RNG 2 weeks from now, so I'm not going to announce yet what I'm working on. I need to approach the people, but I know exactly what I want to do. What I can say is November 3rd for Random Number Generation will be a Zooter. We will have Spike Vegeta back here for that on November 3rd, and we will be having another Random Number Generation 2 weeks. I just don't want to announce it before I have plans locked in. But Mercy Kill tomorrow, and there will be an announcement tomorrow about what the next Mercy Kill after that's going to be. I think y'all are going to be very excited for the Mercy Kill later this month once I announce that. All right, folks, that is going to be it for GDQ Hotfix. I am Skybilz. I will see you tomorrow evening for Mercy Kill at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we'll see you for another Random Number Generation in 2 weeks. Take care, folks, and have a good evening.